combination of her body gets the best of me. Oh God, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, got some egos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space, coming closer for a taste. And I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on a tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. Got a fine little body and her mind's kinda naughty. They say that once you taste it, you cannot replace it. She could get you high, all the dopamine inside triggers fast once she's naked. Her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment, but even he couldn't learn how to contain it. Her high heels make a damn good statement. There is no replacement, a body by Satan. She got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, got some egos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space, coming closer for a taste. And I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on a tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me f***ed up. Let me show you what's up, cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters. They're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all want a ring. Yeah, we all want to be free. So show me what you got, what you bring. How you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Welcome, guys. I've got a little bit of a snafu. I hear Naked's game audio, but I'm not hearing Naked's actual audio. So it may just be me talking today. Aren't you guys lucky? Anyway, while Naked's working on that, welcome. We've been chatting with some of you already today in stream, and yes, we are hanging out. We are looking at Starfield today, and we're going to see what we've got going on with Starfield. So, again, Naked's working on audio issues. Have been the bane of our existence this morning with just new stuff, different things. So, anyway, he's working on that. And we're seeing what he can do. Naked, I think it might have something to do with Discord because I don't hear any game audio that way either, but I do in the stream. It will be okay. So I'm just going to chat for a little bit. Let's see what we got over in stream while he's working that out. Let's see. I know we've had a lot of people join. I know DMH Flip is here. He's one of our members, as well as Rod Caldwell. Rod Caldwell donated in stream, and we're going to hang on to the darts for a little while because we're not going to do that right now. Let's see. Got Hellboy here. Raymond Reddington. Zed has joined us and is here. Canola. Let's see. Canaloa. So sorry, Canaloa Jones. Aloha. My bad for mispronouncing there. And then Steve, who is in, and we are talking some stuff in chat there about Fallout 76, which is what we normally play. But today we're trying to do something a little different, and that is show you guys the amazingness that is Starfield. So, so Nikki, why don't you I'm not going to say that. I'm wondering if your plug-in to your computer is not fully connected. Like maybe you bumped it. Maybe it's loose because it's not even lighting up that you're talking. Or maybe turn off the live and I'll just follow along and be okay. Thank you guys for being so patient. We were literally just talking, and yeah, so it's rough. Let's see. So yes, we are hoping to give away something today. We've got a couple people who've asked about it, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later in the stream. Planning to give something big away around 5 o'clock. So just a heads up on that. Maybe toward the end of the stream. Sorry, I think I said too soon. But anyway, so later in the stream, we will be doing a giveaway. So you guys make sure to stick around and hang out with us. So again, Naked is working on a technical audio difficulty. What you're seeing on the screen right now is the actual like opening screen of Starfield. And
I think your audio is popping back in again. I had to switch over to my desktop mic. I don't know what's up with it. Hang on just a second. You still don't hear me in Discord. Just hang on one more second. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Guys, I appreciate it. Just hang tight just 1 second. I want to show you a little bit about Starfield. I want to answer some of your questions that you have. If you've got any, I'm sure you probably watched a lot of coverage on it already, but there are some really cool aspects of the game. There's also some confusing stuff that I kind of got hung up in, and I was just going to, touch base on some of those things and show you a little bit about it. Apologize for the inconvenience here. What's funny is like we test. We test the stream like an hour and a half before, and we set it up. We get it ready to go. We launch it 15 minutes just in case there's a problem. It's dumbfounding to me why it's messed up right now. So appreciate you guys being here and hanging in here with me on this. Let's give me a couple more seconds.
Naked, did you say I could talk now? You gave me permission to talk. Oh, how sweet. Yeah, so we do have, hopefully, we're going to be able to show you guys some stuff. If nothing else, Naked's going to take this out. He's trying to stream it in Discord so I can see it. And if he can't do that, we're just going to close it out and be done. So anything is fine except a blue screen. That's absolutely right, Rod Caldwell. So I think Steve asked a question, a Fallout 76 question in chat about getting the fire chainsaw, and is that the auto axe that he's talking about, or is it which one of those? Zed, can you make sure you answer that question, just in case, because See, I told you I thought it was a cable issue. I
Do you have my audio now?
have your audio. Was it cable disconnected slightly, Naked? Is that what the problem was?
No.
Uh-huh. Oh my gosh, I hear the game, Naked.
It's like stinking. You do really hear it?
I hear it.
You're
I
hearing
hear
it
you
through...
and the game. Through Discord.
Okay, that's the way it's supposed to be.
It is indeed the way it's supposed to be.
It's like the...
Pesky little cables.
All right, let me jump over to chat.
Let me just catch you up. Let me catch you up. Uh-oh. It went out again.
Well, it did, because when I clicked off the screen, it does that.
Oh, you clicked off the screen. Okay.
Yeah, the audio disappears when it does it, because you can't work in a borderless full screen. So we're playing on PC here today. Gotta say, I should have said it at the very start of the stream, but unfortunately my mic wasn't showing. Bethesda has provided a key for me to be able to play Starfield. Thank you very much, Bethesda. This content is provided for them, so I appreciate you guys very much for doing that. Even though that I actually pre-purchased the game already twice.
Yes, we did.
So technically I am using their key, but technically I have 2 purchases of the game already. So one I haven't even opened up yet. Came with my watch.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. I really wish I could see that watch, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
Did you open it? Are you really not going to open it?
I'm really just going to leave it sitting in the floor. I'm going to debate about it.
And you're going to think about it. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, think, debate. So take a few minutes, just say hello. See Rod, DMH, Flip, Raymond. A lot of familiar faces here. Steve, how's it going, man? Nigel, how are you doing? Yes, jump in.
I was going to say it's Kanaloa. I said it incorrectly a moment ago, and then I caught myself.
Kanaloa Jones.
Yes, from Hawaii.
Okay. Great. Well, thanks. I believe he's actually been in the streams before, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so. Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah. So what we're going to do today is we're going to cover Starfield. Not a whole lot. I definitely don't want to. I mean, I could spend 4 hours and not even scratch the surface. The game is just so immense, and there's a lot of depth to the game. You know, they spent 25 years bringing this game to fruition and making it so that we can participate in this fantasy world that's just light years beyond what my expectations were of the game.
Light years.
I was just waiting to say that. I was just waiting to say that. So if you see something in the game, or if you've heard a little bit about the game and want to see something very specific, we can get into that. I was just going to show you some of the what air combat or what space combat's like, what regular combat's like, exploring the worlds. I've got some pre-save loads already, so we can go directly to those things.
Can I ask a question?
No.
Of those in chat. If you've not seen anything for Starfield, or you've seen something and you're interested in, type in the chat what things that you would like to see today as we stream, and I will make notes and keep Naked on task. So if there's something specific that you'd like to see happening, or you have a question about Starfield, we'd love to be able to show it to you.
Yeah, this is a little different than what we're used to doing, and people that's participating in our streams too, because we're able to just kick up the game, and then if you can join in, fantastic. This is a single player game.
Yes.
I've got about 24 hours into it. I started playing it and about an hour. I pre-downloaded it. It sat there on Steam, and then whenever they released it, and I went to go play it, it still had to unpack. So I had to spend another 40 minutes letting it unpack on my PC, and then after that, I was able to get in and start playing. There's a lot of things. There's a lot to learn. And there's some crossover too from some of the previous Fallouts and Elder Scrolls, if you've played any of those games.
That's what one person, I think it was Nigel, said it looked a lot like Fallout 4 to him.
There's some aspects to it. Yeah, so in my opinion, and this is the Naked Vault Dweller, this is everything that Bethesda said it was going to be. Yeah. Now I still see
that's huge.
I still see some things that could probably be polished, but overall this is just a fantastic adventure.
There's actual NPCs that have conversations with you and do stuff with you.
I think I'm liking some of the NPCs better than I like some of the people in my life.
Some people.
Yeah.
You're not talking about me, are you?
I didn't say you.
Oh, I think I may go back on what I said. I may pull out my handy dandy Nerf gun, start shooting.
Yeah.
All right, Naked.
Okay, so we're gonna get into it.
Let's show me this game. I've been waiting to see it. I have not seen much at all about it. I watched the first 10, 15, 20 minutes of you play, maybe 30, and then I walked away.
Yeah. Bethy will tell you that.
So, show me some stuff.
I have been kind of invested in this for the last couple of days, and I've actually taken time off. I took time off Friday, which was yesterday. I've only been off 2 days.
Nope. Today's Sunday.
Today's Sunday?
Sure is.
Yeah, I've not gotten up from my desk other than to
He doesn't even
do
know what
the
day it is.
necessities.
Even though we're streaming, he doesn't know what day it is.
Yes, sadly enough.
All right, Naked, show me. Show me.
Okay.
Definitely no monster mash in Starfield, though, Rod. You're right.
Okay.
I'm just sitting and watching, so I feel a little weird because I normally get to play and I'm not playing. So I think that's my biggest gripe about Starfield. I wish that it was community based. How time flies when you're stuck in a new game, absolutely. But guys, this is the first game truly that Naked has really, really played since we started Fallout 76 content. So,
What about all these other ones are in here?
well, Heavens, make sure to stay around and watch and hang out with us because you want to do that. Aquila. What are these? What's Aquila mean?
Aquila is an actual city.
Is it a city? Is
yeah,
it a planet?
it-
Oh, no, I know what it is. Aquila City. Okay, I remember something about that. Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, it was load screen. All right, say that again. No, but I hear game audio. I'm 100% serious, Naked. I cannot hear your audio. I hear game audio, but I do not hear your audio. I do not hear your audio. Is it just me? Mic is down again. Yep, they're saying that. I hear every click you're making. Say something, Naked. Check your cable. It was your cable last time. Are you sure? Just make sure it's plugged in all the way. I think Nick is going to try to flip it, and then I may just have to be quiet.
No, I don't think you're gonna be able to be quiet. But your audio is coming across twice, guys. If the audio is really bad where it's picking her up, just let us know, and I'll tell her to put a sock in it. I don't know why it's swapped over to. I'm checking out the readouts. It just killed it again. My audio just got killed again. Can't show the game on. It's done.
Here, take my headset and just use my headset and talk through the game.
Test.
It's not the headphones actually, Raymond. It's mine is fine. I don't know what his is doing. Do you hear? You guys hear MBD? They're saying that they're hearing you.
I don't see how they are, but okay. If it's not showing up on the Streamlabs.
Hey, close the game in Discord. Close your live stream,
It's not doing it.
and I'll just watch it.
I don't see how these other people have done this with being able to stream and be able to show the game at the same, or to be able to use Streamlabs and to be able to demonstrate this if having the audio's problems that we're having. I never have these kind of problems when it comes to like Fallout. So it's kind of baffling. Guys, I want to know, do you hear Bethy's audio coming across along with mine? And am I too loud? Because I'm not used to using my boom mic for this.
Nice to see you.
They can't gauge if your audio is too loud if you're not
I don't
talking.
know. I haven't said anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Can they hear me? Coming through, I wonder.
I don't know. But you were definitely showing up on my mic input. Just blows my mind. Yeah, I think DMH Flip's saying it is getting picked up on the boom. Now try talking.
I'm just not sure. So I'm just gonna talk really quietly and sit over to the side.
It's still coming across.
Good to see you.
We'll see how it sounds.
What if you kill the mic? Nope, the mic's still going. Great. All right, let me read through the chat real quick. Okay. All right, so the planet we are at Aquila, and the planet that we're on. I can actually hear you moving around over there, Bethy.
Well, you're just gonna have to deal with it.
I know. I should have slept a little bit longer so it was kind of more in the middle of the day. You could play in first person or in third person. I'm not fond of third person. One of the things that I have a problem with is that when I'm running, my head kind of cocks to the left. Yeah, watch it not do it now. Of course, it's not doing it.
It's probably just where you were at the moment.
Hey, Alan. Welcome to the chat, man. I had to keep checking, make sure that my audio is coming across. Guys, if my audio does stop working for the umpteenth time again, please let us know in chat. Bethy's monitoring that, and so am I. So if I don't get it right away, Bethy can let me know. I have no idea why my headset's bombing out. That's what I primarily stream with anyway, and it allows Bethy and I to both participate. And now Bethy's got to be quiet, which is kind of weird.
It's definitely something I'm not used to.
Yeah.
People joke.
Sam has told me so many stories about Aquila City. I feel as though I've lived here all my life.
So there's a ton of side quests that you can actually participate in. There's probably more side quests than any other game that's ever been released. And I think that there's a lot of replayability, and I'm not sure what that aspect is that Bethesda's brought to the game, but I understand that there is some features to it that even after you beat the main storyline, there's a lot of replay to the game, and I'm guessing it's because of the side quests. It could be like a Minutemen type thing. Okay, look, there's Streamlabs. It just popped up there. Just said, hey. Nice. Anyway, just kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. And again, I know that you guys have looked at it a lot.
Thanks, Rod.
Through other people's streams and other videos too. But the game is just phenomenal, and it's just as big as they make it out to be. If you go to a world and you start out at point A, you can go around the world. I've not done that yet, but you can go all the way around the world back to point A, which is really cool. And they are enormous. I've yet to be able to do anything like that just because they are just so big. See how my head's kind of cocked to the left?
I always run that way.
Yeah,
I always run looking behind me.
I just don't understand why it gets locked like that. So that's the reason why I don't play in third person, because I'm afraid they'll do that. And anyway, and then when I really run, my head finally turned.
Hear that one about
It just kind of locks in place. I don't know if it's because there's a quest that's there and it's trying to look at where the quest is located, or if somebody had said something. We'll see. There he goes again. When you run too much, you run out of oxygen. So, well, I say out of oxygen, but you become very fatigued, and then you can actually. I don't know if I've ever ran enough to be able to pass out or not.
Let's try it. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Sounds like a whole lot of fun.
I started out with playing the game, and everybody's going to play the game differently. But the very first option I chose was the jetpack, the boost pack training. I'm on the 3rd level of that, getting ready to get the 4th level of that. I'm probably on my next skill point. It's if you play this game, you get any other skills, this is the skill to start out with. It is so helpful with getting around. And it's almost like if you use it correctly, you can almost use it to help keep your endurance up while you're running. You can also travel more distances, and it prevents you from taking fall damage. It's phenomenal. In fact, I don't think I've ever taken fall damage. You would think that jumping off this location here, you take fall damage. I just kind of boost my way down. You see my boost bar on the right popping up and down there. I could float all I want to.
Yeah, when I do that in Fallout 76, I die.
Well, yeah, but you'll even if you use your boost pack just before you hit the ground, you'll still take damage in 7.6.
Yeah, a lot of damage for me.
Right. It's really frustrating. But in this game, they've kind of got that worked out. Now, I wanted to look around here. If I chose to go in any direction, I will keep going for forever. And as the area builds, there's a local map that you can access. It'll kind of show you all the places that are around. These are kind of the places that I've looked at. I always use my right mouse button there. I hate doing that. Do that. So if I go to this place here, then some other spots might pop open. As well as if I went to this location over here, and some other spots over here might pop open, and so on and so forth. I really thought that the game was going to be procedurally generated in the sense that everybody's game was going to be different, but my son is in there playing it right now, and there's very similar aspects of his journey as it is mine. So the worlds are the same as what I'm getting at, which I really like a lot, and for other reasons, but it's cool to be able to talk about a planet and then talk about a particular location and what you saw that was in that location and stuff. So, and you can kind of have shared memories if you both visit the same location, obviously. So let me just take a moment. Warhard says my mic is sounding a lot better today. The reason
I
why
just answered his question.
the reason why it's sounding better today is because I'm using my boom mic. The problem with that is that it picks up a lot of background audio. I mean, if I was in here by myself, I would probably use it all the time, but unfortunately, I'm not, and I imagine I'll have a 6-year-old pop in here just a little bit. He said something to me earlier that was pretty funny.
But you can't remember what it is.
I can't remember what it was. I was like, I gotta remember
Good
that.
times.
I gotta tell everybody about that. So, that was Aquila, and I was going to show you, just like I said, just different aspects of the game. There's a building aspect to the game I thought was really cool, and we're just going to find a planet and we're going to explore it all together. So,
Hey, tell me a little bit about something. Blonde chick, who is that?
So that's Sarah. Is she with me? Okay, she's one of my companions. You'll meet her early on in the beginning when you find the first artifact, and you go in and take the artifact to her. I believe she found an artifact as well. There's several that are part of this this group of people that are trying to find the artifacts, just to find out what they do.
Is she sitting in a chair right now?
No, that's how everybody stands. Yeah, that's how everybody stands. Like, if I move over here, she'd stand.
Let's see. Wait till she stops.
See?
That's better, I guess.
That's much better. So.
Rod says that's father syndrome, by the way. Remembering they said something funny, but not remembering what they said.
Okay, it's so true.
It was so funny, whatever it was they said.
Yeah, it's so true.
It's so weird listening to you with my ear uncovered with the headset.
Oh,
It's so weird.
well, I hope we can get that fixed for next time.
Yeah.
Because that's really discouraging. I can't use my regular headset. In fact, I took the mic off of it just so I wouldn't try to keep adjusting it, or it wouldn't bump into the boom. Okay, so, and I want to demonstrate this again. I want to show everybody everything. Anybody that's here. We do intend, as long as Streamlabs is cooperating with us today, is it CloudBot?
Streamlabs, yes.
Streamlabs CloudBot.
Yeah.
Our intent today during the stream is at some point to give away a copy of this game. I'm so happy that you guys are here. I hope that one of you guys win it, obviously, but I hope that we're able to give it away because everything else seems to be bombing out. Bethy has assured me that it's going to work.
It's going to work.
It's going to work.
It's going to work.
He has assured me it's going to work. Do you know what it is to do they have to just participate in chat? Is that how it works? Or
Yeah,
is there a frequency?
I'll talk about it when I kick it off.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so we're not doing it now.
No, you said we were doing it later and we weren't going to say anything about it, but that's okay.
But I'm just saying that if they're needing to chat and there's a frequency to it.
Yeah, I'll make sure they do. I'll make sure they do.
Okay, fine.
Promise.
Okay. All right, getting back to the game. All right, so I'm going to show the shipbuilder aspect of the game because the first thing that was asked when I was showing this off to both my sons is let me see what it looks like building the ships. And then when I was in Discord just showing it off the other day, they were also asking how the shipbuilder process works. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do now.
I'm excited to see this. I haven't seen it.
I wasn't excited about it at first. If I can just get it to where I can load that game. So when we get to it, we won't have to rush over to it.
Rod says, I hope he's wearing his NASA hat. It's good luck for this. Zed says it's luck +2. If he would get a SpaceX hat, that's luck +4. It's +4 luck. Steve's asking some Fallout 76 stuff, and after he gets the full Secret Service armor, what should he get next?
So when you get to full Secret Service armor, you should get
Fallout 76.
In Fallout 76, you should get the Secret Service jetpack mod, so you can use a jetpack with it. You can also get the deep pocketed or the pocketed mods for the torso and for the limbs. That's what I would suggest. And guess what? Minerva's selling it on our next big sale.
Is that a spacecraft landing?
Yeah, it's somewhere over here.
Oh wow!
It's funny.
It sounds like an airplane.
When sound travels, you really can't tell where it's coming from, because
Like real life.
well, I mean, you can tell where it's coming from, but it moves, and I think they really got the idea of how sound moves and how your ears collect that, and passing over like in that spaceship. I was looking where it was, not where it was, not where it is. So I had to kind of just move the mouse around to find it. You guys might have heard where I am currently. Where am I currently located? I'm in Alpha Centauri. And
show us a little bit about the map there. Like it just kind of move over stuff a little bit.
Okay, so where would you like for me to start?
Well, I mean, just show the map.
Okay.
You've shown it, but not stayed on it very long.
Well, there's multiple levels to the maps. This is the solar system that I'm in right now. This is Alpha Centauri. This is actually the closest star to the Earth. And if there's at any point you guys want to see what the Earth looks like in the future, and I almost said Fallout 76, Starfield, I certainly don't mind taking you there. I'm sure that those that have already started playing the game already know, so it won't be any surprise to you. But there's probably quite a few people that have not played this game yet, especially those that are on PlayStation. which
That
obviously
was such a dig.
which obviously they can't play. So they have to be on Xbox or on PC.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Well, I mean, this is the star system that I'm in, and each star system, you can kind of just select, go into, and you can see which planets are inside of it, even their moons, and then you can journey to any one of them. So, for instance, here, there's Venus. We got Mars here. Mars is has a civilization there. They have some. They do mining there on the planet. They also have a pretty good sized city that we'll go and take a look at in just a few minutes. In fact, I think I was just there a second ago. I'm not 100% sure. I've been all over the place. It's like I've been all in the stars. But any solar system that you want to go to, you can go to it as long as you visited it before. And sometimes whenever you want to like journey around to different solar systems, like these red ones right here, that are a pretty good distance away. I don't know if they're red because I haven't visited it yet. I think that's the case. You kind of have to make jumps to go to them. So you'll have to go to
It
one
says
star
you have
system.
not explored every system along this route.
Yeah.
Try jumping to a closer system.
So you have to go to the star system first before it in the route, and then kind of work your way to that location. Now, once you've gotten to that location, then you can do jumps where you automatically go to it. So if I'm sitting on Mars and I want to go to some super far off galaxy, at least as far as I know, not galaxy, but super far off star, then all I would need to do is just select it and just go there. It's still kind of bulky because there's 3 levels to the map that I'm not liking. I think one of the biggest complaints that I have is there's not a local map. If I'm to look at the local map here, this is the bulk of my local map, so it doesn't show what I would think it would show me. This is kind of like what it would be like in Fallout 3. Fallout 3 was kind of cool. You'd see like land and a little bit of structure and stuff, and then it would just show kind of a marker where it was. I'm just not super fond of that. I'm sure that there'll be mods later on that will replace that, where you can kind of get an idea where everything is. But
It looks topographical.
it's not
shows,
ideal for me.
Like elevations and stuff.
These other markers here are going to be quests that you have or potential quests. I've tried to stay on the main storyline. I've got 24 hours in, still be on the main storyline, and I bet I've not even scratched the surface yet. It's just phenomenal. So outside of this map, to back up even further, once you go, you've got your planetary map where you can actually see the planet that you're on. Then you get your solar system map, which you can travel to another planet within the solar system, which is pretty quick actually. And then you have your star map. And then you can travel to other stars using this map here, and it's pretty big too. Let me zoom out as far as I can go. You'll start over here, and you have all these other red ones that I've not even started to explore yet. And all of them may have 20 planets, or 6 planets, or 30 planets. I mean, there's just no telling. I'm looking forward to eventually getting to the point where I could say I've gone to all of them.
So Heavens is asking, so that's the play area for that planet?
I think it's the play area for this area, but it's hard for me to say. I can't say 100% for sure, because if I all right, looking at the planet that we're on now, with Jemison, if I change my location to the very top here, by changing my location here, will this even show here? So I'm going to travel to it, because I can pretty much go anywhere. Once I'm on the planet, I could say I want to go to this location, and then magically I appear on my ship, and then I land.
Planet, this is more my speed. Oh, I could hike here for a while.
That's kind of cool. Apex Parrot Hawk is what it is. All right, so going back to the map, will it show Jemison where I was? So we're still on the same planet. It doesn't even show Jemison there. So anywhere you go is going to be something different. Just because the planets are just enormous, which is pretty phenomenal. I mean, and you can see all the locations that are just at this location where I landed here. Now, this might be procedurally generated, but I don't think so. I think that if I land in this place and one of my boys lands in this place on their game, they're going to see the exact same thing. I could be wrong. But I'm thinking not. I think it's going to be the same thing.
All right, show us that shuttle building.
Oh yes, yeah. So it's the shipbuilding. All right, let me go back. I don't even know where I am. Yeah, it's here.
It says you're on Jameson.
Yes. Thanks, Bethy.
You're welcome.
You're awesome. And each planet's the exact same way. So you go to a planet or a moon, there's always going to be something somewhere. The adventure will never stop. This is the lodge. I'll take you guys. Well, I mean, since I'm here, I'm going to go and take you into the lodge, and then we'll do the shipbuilding process. And like I said,
Every time I return
the shipbuilding
here,
was,
I'm reminded of the
for me at
importance
first when I started doing it, I probably spent hours doing it. And the first time you do it, you'll probably spend a long time doing it too, because you want to customize your ship, and then you'll break it down, and then you customize your ship, and then you'll break it down. And I really just made a couple modifications to the original ship at the end of the day, because it takes a long time to do it, and that could just be me, but it does take a long time. And I have retrieved several other artifacts. I'm further into the game, but there's not a great deal that you'll see here. But this is the lodge. This is kind of where you'll come to have some of the people that you meet, like some of your companions, to follow you around on your ship. If you get in here and go back to this room right here, I believe this is my room. I don't think it's ever I don't think it was ever assigned, but I'm running out of space. My companion carries stuff, I carry stuff, my ship carries stuff, and I'm just to the point now where I can't carry anything else. And there's a lot of stuff that you get, and there's a lot of useless stuff that you'll get too. And I'll answer any questions about useless stuff later on. There's a pile of it. All right, so just to go back, I'm going to go back to, instead of having to, well, I guess I can't. I'm just going to go ahead and go to the starport. Oh, I can't travel from here. That's the reason why. Yep. Don't hit G first. I did that the other day in a crowd of people, and I killed everybody, and then everybody started following me. I had to like.
My gosh, that is funny.
I was just fortunate I'd saved it. Yeah, I hate doing that.
So naked. It's such a Bethy thing to do.
Everybody in chat's done that before, so I'm not concerned about it. I'm not concerned about it. That's happened to everybody. They call it an office pop.
You should be embarrassed. You should be. An office pop.
Call it an office pop. So we're gonna go back to where you dock. Hey, Nutmeg.
Everybody's just commenting about how massively large the area you have to explore is. Oh, and that you have a Holiday Inn for your lodge.
And my screen is a little different than what I'm used to being able to work with. Normally I have a 4K monitor, but I put it in when I play and stream, I put my chat on the right hand side and stream it in 1920 by 1080, so I can see my chat. So my chat's way off to the side, and I'm checking it periodically. And I apologize if something slips by. Bethy's watching. If you got a question, she can let me know, or she can read it off to me.
Rod says, I love the graphics of the solar map. I love how the area is true to the environment. Polar region looks as cold as Naked's remark about PlayStation players.
That's not. Alright.
Alright, Naked, throw it off the
Ship
parapet.
for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked. And he's our new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship.
Let's see if I need any repairs.
Looks to me like you've already in pretty good.
Alright.
Sure, have at it.
Alright, so the ship modification, this is where I got confused. Because I thought you just come in here and you buy parts and you just add it on. There's a whole lot more you can do with it. You can go in here and start just upgrading certain aspects of what you want to purchase, or what... I'm sorry, hang on one second, guys. Sorry, I had someone step in here with us. Yeah, so I could select any one of these reactors, upgrade the actual power that mine puts out. Now I have a Class A ship. When you first start out, you're only going to be able to drive Class A ships, and you're only going to be upgraded to parts to Class A parts until you're able to go to a B and a C. B and C's are in my opinion better, at least from what I understand on the little infographics that pop up whenever you're doing load screens, that B and C are better fighter ships. A's are kind of clunky. I'll show you how you maneuver in space in just a few minutes, but I'm a little frustrated with this space portion of it, and I'll get to that in just a few minutes, but fighting in space is just not what I do. At least not yet, until I get a little bit better at it. But going back here at the bottom, where it says, and I missed it for the longest time, if I hit B, and on Xbox there's going to be some other controller button, but if I hit B down here, I can go into actual ship builder and I can move stuff around. Now, whenever I was working on my ship the other day, this is the Constellation. This is the original ship that they gave you from the very beginning. I just, I changed a couple things about it. I changed the cargo size of it. I changed the engines back here. But outside of that, well, I also changed the reactor too. All right, it's not the same ship. Just kidding. But it's very much the same ship. And there's one thing that I forgot to add to it whenever I was done. And I didn't notice it until I was flying around and I saw that my landing gear, I've only got 3 landing gear. My fourth landing gear is not there for some reason. I mean, it still flies just fine, but it just doesn't look correct. So I'm going to put that on there right now.
I love how the ships look like animals.
Well, you can make them look like animals.
Yours looks like a 3-legged animal.
Like a...
You adopted it.
Yeah.
Because you felt sorry for it.
Yes. All right, so I'm going to add something. So it's landing. So let me see if I can't. I think it's called landing. Fuel tanks, gears. I think it's going to be right there. Yeah, gear. So I have 2 different options for gears. Rod, you're super fantastically awesome. Thanks so much for your super chat donation, man. And
he says that's for the PlayStation comment. We're saving it.
so I could just put that on there. Now this is where I got confused at. Whenever I was constructing, so I destroyed it completely, and so I'm just going to build it from scratch and I'm going to make it whatever I want. I want it to look the way I want it to look, and the reason why I gave up on it because I spent hours into it, and I still wasn't able to successfully do it. But this is where I got hung up at. When I tried attaching parts, I would get the fuel tank and I would try to put it on the top there, and it would never attach to the top. I just couldn't get it to go up there. I could not understand for the life of me why that could not go up there. And I battled with it, and to the point where I almost gave up on it. And then I was finally able to, at the very end of, well, I'm done kind of thing. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I realized that this thing that's on the right over here, where apparently I had just, blocked it out of view or whatever it is. But when you pick an item up, you can set its height level to where you want it to go. So when I learned that I could do that, I realized that I could put my fuel tanks on wherever I wanted to. But by then, it was already too late. I was already done with it. But
Humming says, "Hey, you figured out shipbuilding."
I don't know if I've figured it out yet.
He hasn't.
I'm still working on it. And then painting your ship is obviously free too. I paint I just went with a basic one with black on red because I thought it looked cool, and it's good for people that are colorblind and can't see red. Just kidding. Maybe all the space pirates are colorblind. And so there is my complete ship now with all the landing gear. So,
Woohoo!
well, Humming was asking the other day, this was like in Discord, both Dread and Humming asked, I wanted to see the shipbuilding aspect of it. And I was like, dude, I haven't even gotten there. No, I didn't think there was more to it. I actually said, there's really nothing to it. You just buy the parts and it goes on there for you. So they had seen something that I had not seen. So the next morning, I spent like 4 or 5 hours working on the shipbuilding process, and I could make this into something pretty phenomenal. There's really no limits to how big you can make your ship, or what you can add to it, as long as you've got enough power, obviously, to make it work. But if you do have a problem with it, it will show up down here on your. So let's confirm. Let me go back. There is a option for flight check, and your flight check will show you all your errors and stuff. But just remember, when you add weapons to it, once you've added the weapons, you're not done. You have to go to your flight check and then assign those weapons to the slots. This Disruptor 3300 electron beam is going to be assigned to this right here. So you have to basically assign it. So this is the first one, this is the second one, and W2 is the third one. But if I wanted to move these around, I just change their order and stuff. But you have to assign them, otherwise it won't let you out of the screen. That's another thing I got stuck on. So.
And painting is free. You said you can make it any color scheme that you want.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was a question for the chat.
Yeah.
Humming. Heaven says the ship kind of reminds them of lunar landers from the 70 series Space 1999. And Night Rider says looks complicated but fun. So
it is complicated, but once you get used to it, I think you'll get past it. Hopefully by watching, and I'm sure there'll be a ton of videos out there on it too. But I really tried to not look anything up. In fact, I haven't seen any video or anything. So everything I've just kind of stumbled upon. The lock picking, if I can get to that in this stream, I'll show you how the lock picking works. It gets more and more advanced. It's certainly a mini game. I like it, but it is time consuming. But I think you'll like it too. It's basically a puzzle. Let me exit out of here with my landing gear. So let me accept that, and that's my ship.
Everything looks good here.
Everything looks good here.
If you need me.
I also turned my mic down so it wouldn't pick you up, but it still is.
well, I'm trying to be quiet.
Okay. All right.
Quiet-ish. And I'm hiding behind my monitors. It's weird not being able to see.
I can show you some of the weapons. There's some really cool weapons too. I'll show you guys that in just a few minutes. It kind of falls hand in hand with combat, but I want to show you some. I made a save, so maybe I've got it here. Let me go to B. Show all saves. It's Mars. It's combat. Where's Outpost? It's space combat. So if I load in this one, this will take us directly into space combat. We'll look at that in just a second. I want to look for my Outpost. One more second. Gila. Here it is, Outpost. So this is the Outpost that I've built. It's nothing fantastic. I wanted to make sure that I had something that I could show you guys. The Outpost building is going to be a lot of fun to participate in. You have to do some research in it. I just went and landed on a planet that was habitable, where I can actually be outside. But you can build an outpost in any environment, and primarily you do it for getting resources to do mods on your weapons or mods on your spacesuit, or make things. It's also fun to just adventure around this planet. I've got about 94% scanned for like life forms and things like that. It may not be 94, it may be less than that. But there's some interesting things about this place. But this area right here is my place. This is my house, and you can have up to, I think, 7 outposts, maybe 8 outposts, all throughout the star region. So whatever planet, whatever moon you want to be on, you can be on it. There's really no reason why you can't. Question. Sorry for the delay there, guys. Steve says he wishes that Bethesda made it easier to get treasury notes in Fallout 76. You know what? I agree. I wish they made it easier to get treasury notes. The best way to get treasury notes, Steve, or the most treasury notes that you can get is doing the Scorchbeast Queen. I think you can get 8 off of her. So you can technically get 24 from three different nukes. And then there's a lot of other quests that you can do to get treasury notes, and you can also go to the Wayward and you can buy 300 gold bullion from them, or from Smiley there at the Wayward. I'm trying to get my treasury notes up too. Let me get off my scanner here. I've already ventured around this area quite a bit. I can get chlorine. This is my chlorine collector. I don't have a storage for it, so I think 28 is the most that it can actually have. When I get a storage unit for it, I just don't have the parts for it. It will automatically dump it into the storage unit, and it'll continue to keep collecting. I can make it more than what it really is right now. I didn't have everything. I was kind of rushed to try to put this little area together, just so I can kind of show it off a little bit. There's not a lot to it, but again, the only thing holding you back on making anything for this area is your imagination, because you can do pretty much whatever you want.
So this is kind of like your camp.
This is one of my camps. That's correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
But they're called outposts.
yes, and I don't think anybody can just come along and like steal your stuff, because it's really a single player game. Mm-hmm. You know what? Just noticing that little lighting that's going across the wall there, that little graphical glitch that's going on there. That's very Creation Engine-ish. Seeing that.
So a couple of questions. How do you upgrade your ship?
But we're in the shipbuilder that we were just in. You can select different components to go into your ship as long as it falls within the class that you're actually on.
Gotcha.
Each major city has, any place that has a landing pad usually has a place where you can go in and work on your ship. Now there's also starships. So that's not the word I'm looking for. Like little space centers. I'm still not hitting the word correctly. But you can dock with them, and you can also work on your ship there too and do upgrades as well. But again, the biggest thing is, you build the biggest, baddest thing that there is, and then come to find out all you're cleared for is flying Class A ships, and you've got all your weaponry for Class C. You can't fly it. It won't let you. It won't even sell you the parts.
Oh, that's funny. Raymond says, speaking of storage, is there a limit?
So that first place that I showed you at the lodge, there appears to be no limit there. There's a limit on the person based upon how much weight they can carry, and then same way for your companion, they can only carry so much weight. There is a limit on how much storage you can have on your spaceship, but you continue to keep upgrading that. So I had a small compartment, and I added 2 more compartments, which gave me like 450 weight that I can carry on my starship, and I think you can probably go as high up as you want. But like this container right here, I wanted to build this so I could start dumping resources into it, and then the limit here, I can only put 150 pounds of stuff in here, which kind of hurt my feelings, but I can build as many of these as that I want.
Gotcha.
But I thought I would have kind of like an unlimited storage compartment, and that's another mod for another day. Somebody will make a mod for that.
Do you need to complete quests in order to be able to upgrade things?
I don't think so. I think you need to advance in level to be able to upgrade stuff. And I was going to take you guys back to the lodge in just a minute so you can kind of see some of the things that I'm working on. But you can mod your weapons. You can mod your spacesuit. There's various things that you can do to improve your overall gameplay, especially like weapons, because there's some cool mods that are out there. The problem with that is that they're tied to traits. And then I didn't spend those skill points early on into those traits where I can kind of start advancing into it. So last night when I realized, wow, I want to start modding this stuff, it'd say, hey, I need to have level 1 in something, or I need to make 50 of these before I'm able to do it, and that's in the skill points. And I'll when we get back over there to the lodge, I'll show you some of the cool mods that they have. I was hoping to be able to show you guys some of the content, but or not content, but some of the weapons that they've got.
Got another question real quick.
Yeah,
Is
go
there
ahead.
a ship pilot perk or skill?
There is, yeah. Well, there's a whole tree dedicated to it.
Okay.
Just piloting in space and being able to manage your ship. And let me just look at that real quick. But I want to show you guys some of the weapons real quick. And there's some really cool ones here. My favorite as of right now, this is this Exterminator boosted calibrated urban something. Where is it? Urban Eagle rare pistol. I really like it. It does a great deal of damage. I have modded it out. I gave it a not suppressed barrel, but I don't even know what kind of barrel I have on it. Yeah, the compensator is what I have on it. I put actually all the mods on here. So long barrel, reflex sights, compensator, tactical magazine. I modded that completely to what it is, and that's not all the mods that I can do to it. There's other mods. I just don't have the skill points to be able to do the mods, because I'd really like to put a suppressor on this. I've gone into places before with just this gun alone and took out everybody in whatever location I'm in. I'm just talking like it just does a phenomenal amount of damage. It's a fun gun to fire. I'll just cycle through some of my guns that I've got equipped right now. I can put any beer cans up or anything.
Any clue how irresponsible you're acting right now?
Sarah just said, any clue how irresponsible? If I had any clue of how irresponsible I'm acting right now. This is another favorite of mine. It fires super fast. It does does a ton of damage. I'm just trying to say that as nicely as I can.
Do different colors on the weapons represent different things?
So what do you mean? Like legendary, epic? Yes. So the rarity of the weapon kind of is how Fortnite would be, or some of the other games that are out there. Looking at the weapons, this is going to be an epic weapon right here, where these are legendary items. I've got all my legendary items equipped, except this titanium knife. I don't have that one, but I just got this Beowulf weapon here, and it's actually kind of cool too. I have shot it. It's got a scope, and as you see, it is how it came to me. But it yeah, what I call it?
Is it a monster killer? Oh, it looks like a crossbow.
Yeah. Look for something to actually shoot. Any other time, dude, I'd be out here running around from everything.
What are the beasts on the planet that you're on right now?
Most of them are pretty benign. There's a few that will attack if you get close to them. The ones that I've run into, at least. I keep trying to VATS them, but I can't VATS anything. It's like I've already studied that plant. Here we go. Now, like these guys will attack, but they're pretty weak. I think I got a headshot on him.
Have you seen the mantis yet?
I have not. As far as
Dale
I'm,
wants to know if that's he's saying it's a ship.
I
Or have you commandeered a ship yet?
So I commandeered a ship and I didn't like it, and I didn't realize that I can have like a whole fleet of ships. So I went back to an earlier save after I commandeered it.
That was silly.
Yes, it was.
Evans is saying the gun reload animation is super cool.
Well, the guns feel right. When you're shooting them, whoever worked on making these guns do what they're supposed to do, they feel right. They reload like you would think they were supposed to reload. The ejected ammunition is not, or shell casings are not coming out the wrong side of the weapon. Sorry, Bethesda. I mean, it just feels like they're supposed to. There's some really cool guns in here. Now, there's some that are kind of wonky, like this little gun that I've got right here. Yeah, actually, I don't even know why I still have it equipped, but or in my inventory. it and there's other cool guns too. There's a lot of what we'd consider old world guns in the game. There's 1911s you can get that look like 1911s. They don't look very futuristic at all. There's old hunting rifles that you can pick up and use as well, and they do a pretty decent amount of damage too. See you, Cemetery. I just now saw you in chat. I'm gonna just scan this guy and one more of those, and then I'll have him completely scanned. I'm looking for anything else that I can shoot. In a moment, we'll jump over to space combat and I'll let you guys watch me dial on that 150 times. And like I said, if you get this game and you start playing it, if you can pick up the jetpack option, it is definitely the way to go. Timon, how's it going, man? Thanks for being here today.
Bye, Summer. Hello, Tinman. Welcome. We are checking out Starfield.
But the world is pretty barren. You know, I just kind of show you. I just ran around. I have no idea where I am. Thankfully, I know where my ship is. I can always just travel to that. But I'm going to load up a battle that had just started whenever I went to a star system. I went to a planet for the first time. And I'm just going to tell you guys now, I am not good at space combat. So with all that being said,
Show us.
I'm going to show you guys that, and we'll try to win a couple of times. And I cannot, I have a hard enough time moving my fingers around, let alone talking at the same time. Talking about games here, by the way. Let me find that save. It's called Space Combat. There we go. I'm so reluctant to do this.
We won't laugh at you too much.
It's bad. Here we go.
You're talking about people nuking Graham's Cookout and Primal Cuts and stuff. It happens.
They can't nuke over there. That's inside the forest.
The Primal Cut stuff happened in different places.
Primal Cuts. Get this dork on me right here. You have to lock onto. You have kind of a bats mode too, where you can zoom into it. Yeah, see, I'm taking a beating.
Did you die?
Yes, and there's 4 of them. I should be able to like outmaneuver them. I mean, I'm doing something wrong. I have to be. They'll be here in just a second.
You'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. Thanks, you're so sweet.
I know.
Oh, rock. Where'd that rock come from? If I can take them on one at a time. If I can just let my shield rebuild. Yeah. Once I get my shield down, it won't rebuild anymore. And they're like level 18. So, I mean, I should easily, well, not easily, I should be able to at least hold my own with them. I just can't. So we'll try it one more time. Yeah, so real quick.
Humming says you're not fighting hard enough.
Thanks, Humming.
And then Heaven said I should show you. No one's done. Right.
need to bust my shields. Oop, rock.
Jump system applied.
There's 4 of them here. But the most I've ever fought at one time was 3, and I actually won against 3, but I was in pretty bad shape afterwards. All right, let's pause right there for a second.
Why? But
Because I'm
it's
horrible
so
at it.
good.
I'm horrible at it. Maybe it's my engines. I don't know. Maybe I have to like figure
Yeah.
out my
Fine
maneuverability.
tune things. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the skill tree, let me load back up the lodge.
Dale says missiles first.
Put it back to
And
Jensen.
then Rod says NASA's just kicked you off their list for Mars naked.
You brought a gun to space?
Yeah, but the bullets are freeze dried.
That's from the movie Armageddon.
Not the bullets are freeze dried part.
No, that's definitely not.
Rod says you call it rocks, we call it asteroids.
Looks like a big rock floating to me.
Are they asteroids when they're just floating around, or
Yeah, I would imagine
guess
so.
when they fall they're meteorites?
Mm-hmm.
Is that how that works?
Yeah. All right, we'll go back into the skill system here, the skill tree. I'll just start over here with the physical. I've started out with fitness. You have 10% more options available. I don't know why I chose that option. I think
Working on my fitness. Sorry.
So you have 10% more oxygen available. I think maybe something was going on at the time that I was running out of oxygen quickly. I didn't understand it getting fatigued and running for too long, that you run out of oxygen and you start kind of like blacking out. So I thought maybe that would help combat that. And it does, I imagine, but I'm glad I didn't put more into that. At least I think I am. But that's really, in the physical, that's really the only thing that I've done. I could probably like do weightlifting. That's going to give me some extra strength to be able to tote stuff around. I've got none in social because I have 0 social skills in real life, so I have 0 social skills and 0 social skills in the game.
That's not true, naked.
You're right. I do. I'm going to put 1 social skill into persuasion.
Level 4.
So I did go soldier. Let me jump back over here. Well, let me show you the skills. And I did choose the soldier route. And I think a lot of us probably will. You know, ballistics, lasers, and pistol certification. But I'm not able to like do any of the mods or create mods until I've gotten these taken up. So I've got to your mod manufacturing and learning how to do mods and like your space suit and being able to do mods and with your weapons and stuff. You have to get further down into your skill tree to be able to produce those mods. I am not down there yet, but I am definitely working on it. So there's a few mods that I can make, but not really a whole lot. It's kind of embarrassing. I can only do like, you know, change the paint color and, you know, change it from a short barrel to a long barrel. But there's some cool mods that are out there. There's the laser sights and being able to change out the receivers. A lot of what you can do in Fallout today. In science, I use my research method. This allows me to scan a planet and learn more about the planet. The more I go up in rank in this, the easier it will be to actually scan out a planet. My intent is to eventually scan as many planets as possible and learn where the best planets are for people to go to, for obvious reasons. So that's kind of my goal, is being able to make it available for everybody to know that, because there's 1,000 planets that are out there, whether that be the moons or actual planets that we know today or gas giants. They're all considered planets. And I don't know anything about any of them. Even Earth, where you would think they would be, I don't know, at least hospitable, it's completely different. Like I said, I will take you guys there in just a few seconds. And my last category over here is tech. And I'm building this to be a better pilot. Of course, I don't have piloting selected yet, but it is on my agenda to do. Piloting, security, targeting, control systems. being just overall being able to maneuver my ship and be, because I know it's a big aspect of the game is flying your ship out, being a merchant and doing various other things too. I'm just trying to get from one planet to the next right now, without bounty hunters coming looking for me. And if it's not like heaping hot coals, I also did. Where did I see that earlier? Not here. Thought it was underneath. It is. It's right here. It's underneath character. I chose soldier, like you were asking a little earlier. Was it Rhonda asked that, or was it Dale? Yeah, it was Dale asked that a little earlier. I did choose soldier, and the traits that I picked, which I probably shouldn't have, I chose hero worship, just because I think.
Of course you did.
But whenever I'm like, if I'm streaming it and I have that guy along, he's gonna really say some funny stuff. But then I chose also wanted, and I have bounty hunters all the time coming looking for me, all the time. More mercenaries. So those ships that showed up there when I was at that planet, that's probably because I have this trait equipped. So I'm kind of kicking myself now because I can't go back and like undo that trait. So my suggestion would be is
don't do that.
Yeah,
one.
Don't do that one if you're not going to be good at space flight.
But I want to be wanted.
So, but you will. I mean, you can also be already on the surface of a planet and then show up that way, and then I'll smoke them. If I can run and jump and shoot, then I have them all day long. But if it's in space, I'm just getting my butt handed to me. I think I need to take some flight lessons from somebody.
Probably. That's what they're talking about in the chat. It's taking flight lessons.
Yeah.
FP popped in the chat and said he's been playing since yesterday and he's loving the game.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh.
He just popped in a few minutes ago.
Yeah. So just if you would, who has the game here? Who's been playing the game? Outside of FP, I know that Dale said that he's been playing it.
Rod Naked says that he can play this game for 5 years and probably not finish all there is to play.
Rod says that?
No, I'm telling him what you say. Because he says now his wife's going to be mad at me because he thinks he's going to have to buy an Xbox. Thanks for showing him the game.
If you're going to get an Xbox, just get a PC, man. Just get a PC. If I make any suggestion to you, there's a little bit of a transition there, learning the controls and how everything's set up. But my suggestion would be is get a PC, because I want you playing Fallout 76 with me, and all the other cool games too. But
that's right. Dale says when I play, I should choose Bounty Hunter.
Come looking for me.
I wish I could. That'd be cool.
DMH Flip is level 15. I'm level 14, so he's probably got as much time in the game as I do.
There's several in here who said they're gonna be playing it, but they haven't gotten it yet. So.
Okay, well, I mean, again, going back to the people that have PlayStation, I really do hate it that you guys can't play it. I wish that you could. It is just better than anything I've ever played, ever. It's better than Fallout 76. And Fallout 76, I'm talking about graphics and content-wise. I'm not talking about community. You can definitely look at the difference between the two and go, okay, yeah, that looks better, it does things better. It's a new game, and it's a whole new engine system that they're using. So you're really comparing apples to oranges. But when I look at all the other games that are out there, I haven't looked at any of the reviews, nothing. Just compared it to the games that I've seen, it just feels right. It's a good fit. It's a really good fit, and I'm happy to be able to sit here and be able to play it. But unfortunately, this week that I've taken off from work to play it, I still feel like I'm not even going to be able to scratch the surface on the game.
So if he says the ship combat is one of the hardest things in game so far for him. Night Rider's asking, is the ammo situation, how is it in Starfield? Seen a couple videos where people kept running out of ammo, but they were only a few hours in.
And you'll continue. So there's so many different types of weapons that are out there that use ammunition, different ammunition. So it's easy to have kind of offset that so that all your guns that you have in your inventory aren't using the same type of ammo. But there's a few guns that I've run into that are like assault rifles that are not automatic weapons that I can kind of really focus my shots and just kind of click and shoot. and get the most out of the damage. And there's a few that have their automatic that's kind of spray and pray with them. The ammo at level 14 is not difficult to come by as long as you go and look for it. You're not just going to find it, just laying in a box somewhere on a planet that's vacant. You have to kind of go into some of the towers or like the fracking stations, or just go to a location and search for it. And the Crimson. Oh, I'm drawing a blank here. I want to say it's the Crimson Elite, but I'm thinking football. Crimson Fleet. Yeah, they're always chasing you around, and they have a pile of ammunition that they carry on them, especially when you have 30, 40 guards that are following you around everywhere. You get to a location, and then they just offload a pile of those guys and try to kill you. I generally don't run out of ammunition now, but early on I did. So that's what I'm getting at. I think everybody kind of ran into that problem before.
SPC Carps has been trying to play, but it's buggy for them. They're having trouble optimizing it to run on the rig that they have on their machine. It does require a pretty powerful video card, right?
It doesn't. So the bare minimum is I think a 1070 in the GeForce line, and our son is playing on a 1080, and I went and looked at his, and his looked really good. Now he shut off shadows. That was the biggest thing that improved 100% of the performance that he's got. So if you shut off shadowing, you'll probably see less hitches in your system if you have a lower end system. So I'm running this on a 3080 with an i7-13 generation 13. It's a pretty decent machine. All my settings are set to either max or ultra. Let me go back to it here. Gameplay. It's here somewhere. Display. There we go. Everything's either ultra or high, and I don't. I mean, occasionally I'll see something, but it's pretty rare. Everything looks pretty good. Now I did see some objects that weren't attached to objects. It was another Bethesda-ism, that is what I call them. But when I reloaded back in, those things were attaching it. So it could have been something that was going on with the game. Could have been something that was going on graphically with me. I can't say for sure, but I see a lot of that in like Fallout. And again, reloading the game put those objects back in place for me. But overall, the performance has been really good. I'm streaming to YouTube right now. I'm playing in 4K, and I'm also streaming it over to Discord so Bethy can watch it. And so my video card is pushing all that out. And believe it or not, it used to be so hot in this room from playing Fallout that we couldn't even stand to be in here whenever we were doing our live streams, and we were just both sweating. And I think it's very comfortable in here. I don't know about you, Beth. You're probably by the air conditioner.
Yes, I am. But it is much cooler outside than it has been here lately. So.
Oh, whatever. Devil's advocate. Devil's advocate. I'm going to take everybody over there to the lodge real quick. Wherever it is. It's another thing. So I do have a few complaints. They're very minor. I'm sure people have probably already voiced it. I gotta see around my mic here to see my keyboard. Let's do that. Take you to a location where you'll do modifications on your weapons and basically build stuff. And this is where I go to. It's all over the place, and you can put them inside your outpost too if you want to. But right now the lodge is. I've got a lot of myself over here at the lodge.
Check in with Mateo or Noel.
So just right downstairs has pretty much everything that I need. Looking at Zed. Yeah, that's actually not spit, Zed, it's sweat. FP says that he has absolutely no problem playing on the Xbox, and I don't think that there would be. The Xbox is it does run it at 30 frames per second. I think that you'd probably see some problems if it was running at 60 frames per second. And I think that's the reason why they had to like make it 30 frames per second. And probably later on there'll be another release of the game or a patch where it will kind of allow 60 frames per second. But as of right now, as of launch, it's only 30 frames a second. They let us know that really early on too, so it wasn't like a surprise whenever they released the game. It was like, oh wow, it's only 30 frames per second.
So for those of you hanging out in chat and chatting, we did just kick off a giveaway for a copy of Starfield on the platform of your choice. So if you're interested in getting a copy of Starfield, please make sure you enter the drawing by typing in our command, which is ! Booty.
And it's not your platform or your choice. It's you can either have
Well,
it on,
it's the platforms that it's available on, which are in the thing here, naked.
Yeah,
Steam, Microsoft Store, or the Xbox Store.
Or if you've got somebody that you know is on PC or on Xbox and you would like to give it away, I can also, work with you on getting that to whatever person is, or get the information to you. So whoever wins at the end, we're gonna run this for about 30 minutes, and whoever wins will be in communication with me by Discord to give me where you want us to send it. So thanks, Bethy.
You're welcome, Naked. I told you, I got this.
I was so sweating at the beginning of the stream. I'm like, look, here's what I told Bethy before the stream even started.
No, can I say it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead. You'll censor it.
No. Yeah. You go ahead. You go ahead and say it.
Just tell them we're not streaming today.
Nothing was coming together. Nothing was. I'm like, I've told them too many times that we're not streaming today. You're going to be the one. And Bethy's like,
you do it this time.
I'll make this work. And then lo and behold, we kick the stream off, and my mic isn't working. All right, so this is the spacesuit workbench. You can make modifications to your spacesuit here. You can add tons of cool stuff to it. Most spacesuits have, I believe, 4 mod slots that you can do stuff. I can't do anything because I don't have. Well, I think I can do a little bit, but you really need to have the spacesuit skill to be able to make the mods that you're looking for. So looking at these, this is a spacesuit that I'm currently wearing right now. I've got the ballistic shielding, and this is the only one that I could apply with the skills that I have. But as you can see over here on the right, where the spacesuit mods 1, I don't have any capability of being able to make that mod in there. And then each mod slot offers different options for you. So yeah, the explosive shielding here and optimized servos, 3, the exo servos and the heavy shielding. Oh, and of course the no mod. No mod is a mod. And then the gravitic composites, whatever that is. Can I do that? No, that requires spacesuit mod 3. And then you can make it pocketed too, where you can make it a little bit lighter for you to carry stuff. Or you can carry more stuff with that mod on your spacesuit. Same thing for your helmet. You can add additional mods for that too. We can go through all of them if you wanted to, but I mean, you kind of get the idea. On the spacesuits. Over here are the weapons, and I was a little confused with how they were actually doing that first, and I started with weapons. I probably should have started with something else first, but now I understand it now. This explosive modified Beowulf, you can change the barrel, the optics, the muzzle, pretty much everything that you want with the game, or not the game, with the weapon. I don't know if I can do anything with the skin or not. No. So you have your different receivers and the fire rates. I don't really know how that works with the effect of the gun, whether it's like epic or legendary or common. I don't, because some of them come already with it on there. I don't know how that improves it. I'm just trying to think that one through. But you can make a ton of modifications to the guns. The problem is that I still don't have the skill to be able to make those modifications. So I'm kind of just stuck with the basic stuff right now. This one right here requires internal mods for your gun, which is a level 3. Now you can get more stuff to research. You have, excuse me, Sarah.
You've got something for me? Goodbye.
Yeah, just move out of the way. Excuse me. All right, so if you come to this research lab, you can research more stuff, I believe, that you can use to mod out with. And FP and OSP and everybody that has played the game and have made it this far into, I mean, I've researched some stuff. My son says that he started researching early on and chose those skills, and he's researched a lot of weapon components. But you can research more weapon components coming through, or more equipment components, food and drink, pharmaceutical. A lot of that stuff you can research for manufacturing later on. That's not available to you right now. Right now I have, for weaponry, the only thing I was able to do is barrel mods. Everything else is blocked because it requires weapon engineering, which is another skill that I've got to put in to my skill tree. So before I'm able to even do the other ones for the workbench, I've got to do weapon engineering. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to do barrel mods too, or some of these other really cool ones that are here. And of course, they require the required materials to make those mods, or to do the research to make those mods. And that's kind of the pain points that I have right now. Is I didn't start researching or doing mods until like yesterday, and I realized that I didn't have a lot of stuff that I can work with. I just didn't have the components to make this. Ytterbium, I mean, and of course that's titanium, but you know, where do I get this from? And now what I found is if I can go to a lot of the vendors that are out there that sell stuff, like we'll go to Mars in a few moments and look at some of the stuff that they have to sell, but if I go to vendors, you can go to the resource category and you can purchase a lot of these components from there. So these resources that are not necessarily available or not easily to get a hold of without going to a planet, mining the planet, getting what you need, coming back and doing what you got to do, you might just be able to go to the vendor and pick that stuff up. Same way for the pharmaceutical. There's a lot of cool stuff that are here. What I've found to be the two best things that I've found to be, let me go back out of here from my quick menu, is the med packs, the amp, and the heart plus one. Those three things right there are essential to playing this game, I think. And I mean, I'm hitting those all the time for whatever I need. And the med packs a lot because, you know, somehow they can shoot around corners.
So they're saying things like, show me the barium intats, show me Psycho. Are there explosive energy weapons in there? Legendary, epic, rare weapons and equipment also dropped from enemies, what FP says.
That's correct. All the stuff that I've gotten off of enemies. The legendary equipment.
Rod says he likes that you have to research. He says it's his kind of thing to do.
Well, the researching aspect, I mean, you can speed that along with the proper skill points put in the right place. I've not done that because I've kind of focused somewhere else. These are just some of the things that I can manufacture. There's a ton of other stuff that's already out there in the world. Either I've got to learn I got to research this stuff and then apply it, or I've got to find it out in the world or purchase it out in the world and use it that way too. But there, I mean, you'll come up with ailments that you'll have that require treatment, and this will treat whatever this ailment is. Used for treating afflictions. So, but it doesn't specifically say what the affliction is. But you'll see inside your status menu, jumping over to status, right here, it'll tell you in here what your affliction is, and then you just kind of match it up with whatever corrects that affliction. And you can become addicted to drugs in here too, much like some of the other games we play.
Poppy or Stimpak. So Naked, I want to do something because in the giveaway, I want to cancel the one that we've got here, and I'm gonna start a new one because I want to make sure that everybody's getting in there. I think maybe that option that you told me to uncheck might have caused an issue, so I want to make sure.
What option was that?
We'll talk about it. But can I do that?
All right. So you just to make sure are people in there right now?
Yes, I have, but I want to make absolute sure that everybody gets to do it. So I'm going to actually cancel this one. I'm going to start a new one.
Okay, so everybody will have to re-register to get back into.
Yes, in just a minute. I'm going to start a new one. Yes.
Okay, hang tight, guys.
So continue, but I'll let everybody know in the other one. I just want to make absolute sure that I haven't done something incorrectly. So, but it technically wasn't me, it was you. That's okay. So we're going to try it again.
All right.
And I'm going to leave that alone, and I'm going to do it for a little less time. So
Need something?
Okay. What I'd like to do is just find a world to go to, and just kind of explore that world. But I'd really like to just go to like a landing spot somewhere and go inside, and you guys can see kind of what the combat is like. Combat's really good. The bot pathing's really good. I guess as the higher level you go, the harder they will be to kill. But I've not found anything that's too terribly difficult. I've found myself in scenarios where I've had 5 or 6 guys on me at one time, and then not checking out my status bar on my health, and end up getting my butt handed to me. But I want to go to a star system that I've not gone to before, so I'm just going to jump over to this Cirrus. Actually, I have been over there. That's just one planet. Maybe I can make it here. Let's jump to MIR2.
Should I warm up the...
All right, it's working better now.
Okay.
So I had, there was an option in there to uncheck for the streamer. But apparently the streamer's anybody who's watching the stream, not you. So that was an issue. So we're making sure we're getting everybody in there this time. So if you have not done it for a second time, please enter the giveaway. And there we go. It's working better now. So there you go, Zed. Thanks.
Wow. That is just gorgeous. But there's only one planet around the star. It's a huge planet. It looks like it's... the planet's name is Bonner. It's not Boner, guys.
Oh, stop.
That's what I'm just making sure.
Does it have 2 ends, Naked?
It does, but I mean,
okay.
If you're like a quick reader like me, you're seeing Boner.
You're like, what? No. If you're a guy with a brain like yours, you go to the other.
What are you saying? What are you implying?
You hear me.
Yeah,
I mean, I wanted to make absolutely sure, so for sure.
All right,
are you gonna get attacked?
I hope not, but I'm gonna go to a location.
I hope you do.
I'm gonna go to a location that
Grab jump.
yes, I've not been to this location before.
Okay, cool.
And it requires my gravity drive
That's so cool.
to go there. And then you
And just for the record, when you got into that mine and you saw that weird looking area, that's what it did for you. When you touched that stuff. For the record, can you see Earth? Can you go to Earth?
yes.
Sorry.
Yes. I gotta take out this guy over here before he's causes trouble.
Oh, there's one behind you.
Yeah, he's down.
You got one behind you.
Yeah, but it
Uh-oh.
feels like I'm swimming. He's going down. Hey, look, I won one.
Are you sure? I think there's 2 more.
Yeah, there's some more.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but it does deserve a nerf card for those.
Where my shield rebuild.
SPC says so far the SPCE P90 has been his go-to weapon. He's got lots of ammo for it.
I don't know if I've used that one or not. What's the caliber on it?
I'm not sure. Maybe he'll say if he says to take out the ship with the highest level first because they do the most damage. So it's good to focus on them first. That's not a bad idea.
There we go. Huh? And my shields are still up. See? I also didn't use my boost either during this one, and they were already attacking another ship, which they destroyed, which kind of helped out. Sorry, guys, that you died.
Yeah.
So that I could show off the live stream, but it looks like
Humming says do a barrel roll.
don't know if I can do a
And
barrel roll.
SPC says Grendel 7.77.
Okay.
Oh, it's a Grendel.
Yeah, it's a Grendel.
So these are You said one of the weapons' name was Beowulf.
Yes.
Grendel is a character in Beowulf as well.
Okay.
That's funny. What are some of the other weapon names?
We'll look at it in a second. I can't pull them up right now.
You can't recall off the top of your head.
But I mean, I can stand up after I get done, piloting. I can just walk away from the cockpit at any time. And that planet
Nice.
lasts longer than 4 hours. Please consult your doctor.
Just get
The Bonner. That's
the
what he was
Bonner.
talking about.
Gotcha.
The Bonner.
Yeah.
And
then Rod said, "That's okay. I had the same trouble while playing Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga." I don't think that his and Ted's comments were connected, but that's kind of funny. He said shooting and flying at the same time.
We got a Grendel. I think that's a Grendel right there, isn't it? You just can't take this gun seriously.
Do you need me for something?
Evan said, "Well, that was slick how he stood up, getting up from the cockpit there."
Yeah, when I first started fighting,
It's pretty good animation. It's not super slow motion. That's really cool.
when I first started doing space battles, I'd go to hit like R because you can do like a VATS where you kind of zoom in and lock in on them, which is really cool to do that, especially whenever I was getting my butt kicked as much as it was. But when you do that, you just hit R. Well, I'd reach up to hit R and I'd hold it down, but I wasn't hitting R. I was hitting E. So right in the middle of battle, I would just stand up while everybody's pounding away at me. All right, it started. Let me do a scan on this planet real quick. So it's temperate, so I can actually land on this planet, which is kind of a cool thing. And I want to say
It looks very Earth-like.
it looks like I've actually been here before.
What does it mean, fauna moderate 0 out of 8? You haven't found anything?
Yeah, so
That's why it says 0 out of 8.
So there's 8 different fauna, and it's got some traits too, and it doesn't tell you what those traits are. You kind of just have to land on the planet and figure it out. And that's not something I'm terribly fond of. But
Gotcha.
Instead of landing on this planet, because I was going to try to find some place that I can go into and actually use like the combat
bathroom?
system. Yes, the bathroom.
I'm sorry.
Look, it's an eclipse. Just kidding.
It's
I-
not a total eclipse, though.
Not a total eclipse of the heart, that
Of
is.
the heart, yeah.
But
I'm sorry, I can't laugh because I don't want to be too loud because it echoes back through your mic. So I'm having to be very, very demure, which is not me.
what, Jameer?
Demure.
Okay. You're right, that's not you.
I'm like over here whispering. Try not to be too loud.
Where's Earth? Here it is. We're gonna go to Earth. And there's a cool thing about Earth. So I read a book. It wasn't by Ernest Hemingway. It was, if you pick up the books and read them, there's some cool stuff in it. There's actually one on dad jokes, and it's all kind of like Starfield related dad jokes, which all of them are worse than some of the dad jokes that I say, but Oliver Twist, that's what it is. So I picked up Oliver Twist and it said landmark placed on Earth to visit. So it put this landmark here, and I thought it was a really cool landmark. I don't know if you read Oliver Twist, it'll do the same thing for you. So
Yeah, because it's in London.
and maybe you can kind of shed some light on what this landmark is, because I don't understand it. It's this huge.
Isn't that the clock tower?
It's this huge tower building. It's not daylight outside now.
It's
but
probably the Big Ben.
I don't know if this is Big Ben or not.
Well, I mean, it looks like everything is desolate. So, what's the little octagon across the way? Or it's not an octagon, it's a hexagon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my ship real quick, and then sleep.
Rod says, please no mooning, please.
Let me go back to the frontier. I'm gonna wait till it's daylight, because you really can't. You really don't understand how gorgeous this piece is until you see it during the day. I mean, it's just, I don't understand why it's.
Yeah. What?
Exactly, yeah. What? You don't float in the middle of the air like you're sitting on a chair?
Yeah, let's just sit right there.
And
Hello.
So it says it's the Dark Tower from the Stephen King book.
It looks like it.
But you're in London,
Yes.
so it's probably not that. It's probably the Big Ben.
I don't know. Wait till you see how tall it is. So it's 1639. It would have been. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, it's 6 o'clock local time. Sorry. So let me take this up. Yeah, this will be enough daylight for us.
Or it could be the Tower of London, which I think isn't that where the Big Ben is as well.
I don't think so. When you'll see what I'm talking about when we get there. The sheer height of the building is beyond Big Ben.
I don't know. Maybe.
But this is what was put there for Oliver Twist, and it does look like Stephen King's Dark Tower. Which I did read the books, by the way.
But this is London. Those aren't set in London, are they? And this was in Oliver Twist.
Yes, this came from the Oliver Twist book. I've not read the book, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's a play, musical,
But
based on a book.
when I go and stand next to the side of this building,
Charles Dickens.
it's just huge. Again, if I can ever encourage you guys to get the jetpack, get the jetpack. It's just so nice to have. I mean, it's just a massive structure.
Please, Tig, can we have some more? Yes. So can you go inside it?
Nope. Nope. And I'm actually getting radiation. I think it's coming off the sun. So let's go to our house.
So it's probably going to be the Towers of London. It looks, does that look kind of like a triangle type?
Yeah.
The Shard in London.
Actually, that looks like that's it right there. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool. All right, so that's the Shard? Is that what it's called?
It's called the Shard, so it looks like it's pointed,
Yeah.
like a glass shard. I don't know, Rod. He'll have to find some other books to see where it might be. Steve said it's the Eye Tower from Lord of the Rings, which is similar, probably based on the Shard.
I'm gonna get
Not
this one
Shard.
in daylight too.
How have you been?
So we're a few hours behind, so let's sleep this out. This is right about the same area where my house is located. I mean, who doesn't want to look at their own house up? I actually went and looked up Bethesda, Maryland, and to see if there was anything cool that was there. Maybe they left an Easter egg there or something, but there was nothing there. And much like Bethesda's, I mean, this is the northern part of Florida. Which is pretty desolate. If I can find a location. I hate doing that. I always use my right mouse button. So I'll try to get to that location right there real quick. Hopefully that'll be some place where I can show off some fighting. Maybe I can fly there. No, I doubt that I can. Right, I think that it is very similar to Fallout in a lot of ways. You can climb ladders, but they're very orchestrated. You can't just walk up to the ladder and then climb up it. You have to select enter to start using the ladder, and then once you're connected to the ladder, then you walk up and down it. And even then, it's still kind of clunky going up and down it, but it still has animation for it. It's just not perfect. Steve asked how many rad rats would it take to kill a Deathclaw? Sludge pools. So there's nothing over here. That's what I just found at this location. Actually, let me go back. There's got to be something somewhere. I can show you guys some combat. No, there's nothing on the moon. Thanks, Evans. I won't lie to you when I say I've waited 15 years for this game. When it came out with No Man's Sky, it really made me think of that it was going to kind of be like No Man's Sky. But No Man's Sky is cool in a lot of ways, and it's similar to this game in a lot of ways, but it's not. And again, if you take Dead Space and compare it to this game, there's a lot of similarities there too, but this is it's something completely different altogether. I mean, there's some aspects from other games, but because there's only so many ways you can do a game. Yeah, so when you develop a game, as long as you have like this one, things are going to come along. People are going to be working on the project and go, well, I'm going to take this other job somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And then they go and once they get to the point where they're past their NDA point, they can go and start, well, Bethesda's working on this, they're doing this, and this is what it's looking like. And so people come and go from Bethesda. I mean, I'm sure they do a pretty good job at trying to keep their employees, especially when they're working on a high-profile game like this, just because they just don't want people walking out the door with their data. And I get that, but it's there's a lot of games that are similar. This game is similar, but different than a lot of games. It's hard for me to say that, but maybe you guys are picking up what I'm saying.
Nightrider says, how about Earth's moon? Can you go to Earth's moon?
Yes, you can.
It would be neat if you could go there and see Apollo's landing spots.
Well, I looked around to see if I can find it myself. I went to like one of the craters that was there. I mean, we can go there now and look. And the gravity on the moon, I think, is 0.02, something like that, of the Earth's. Let me see if I can't just like rotate around here and rotate on this one. So this is where I landed before, in this crater. And I love places that have low gravity, because with this boost pack, I don't even ever have to touch the ground at all. So they're really stinking cool.
What is that?
I forgot what place it was, but there's something coming in.
Coming after you?
I can't tell what it is.
They're landing.
Yeah, someone. I can't scan it. It's too far away. Yeah, but with my luck, it won't be bad guys. It'll be the funniest thing. Let me say, with my luck, it won't be bad guys. I'll walk up to them, and the same thing happened the other day when I first went to one moon. I landed on the moon. I saw this other spaceship come in behind me. I'm like, okay, somebody went out to fight, right? So I went running like I am right now to that location where they were. And whenever I got there to them, they're like digging on a rock, and they raise up and they go, hello, and they go back to digging on the rock. I'm like, hey, we're in the middle of nowhere on the moon, with no other life forms around, and you think we'd say, hey, how you doing? What are you doing out here? But instead, it's just like, hello. I wonder where Sarah is. So it looks like there was already a ship down here. I don't know what kind of ship that is. I'll scan it in just a second. Oh, I can go up. Let me try that.
Sometimes I guess there just aren't enough rocks.
I was like, what? This is the eclectic stiletto. Okay.
Stiletto.
Yeah.
Ecliptic.
Did I say eclectic?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Ecliptic. That's exactly right.
I guess because it's on the moon, eclipse.
Yep. And if you're just making it a chat, we're currently running a giveaway. If you would like to participate in that giveaway, what is it that they need to top, Bethy?
I'll post it again.
Okay. Yeah, the other ship's over here. Sadly enough, it's not like some mining center or something. Or some huge building. 1/6 the gravity. Thanks, FB. So this one is... Oh, this is... Yeah, these are bad guys, alright. Alright. Just gonna reload all my weapons because I'm really bad about not reloading them when I need to. And then I go to shoot somebody and I'm like, oh, hang on a second, I have to reload my weapon.
Yeah, Rod, it had ended, so I had to open it again.
And so it's a science outpost.
Now you can. So yes, if you have not entered the giveaway, you got about 2 more minutes on that, but we'll be giving that away right at 6 o'clock. Are you back at your base, or are you on the moon? You've got a base.
I'm on the moon. It's a science outpost.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's nobody
Hey,
in
look
here.
at that workbench over there. It's a little familiar.
Well, they all do. Like, there's only so many ways you can do workbenches.
I mean, space pirate, let's go. Rod, I think you're in already.
Dumb.
Why is the dumb naked?
Because they're not out here.
Who, the people that landed?
Yes. I just heard
Well, you didn't go far enough. That's not. Oh, there they are. It's a pirate. Just at them. Nice. And where's the other one?
There's another
There-
one.
oh,
There's two
more.
of them. This is my favorite gun right here. I love this stinking gun.
What is it? What's that weapon?
It's the
Peacekeeper.
It's called a Peacekeeper.
That's the one that Effie was saying was cool.
Yeah.
I think it was Effie. They said,
Wait.
well, at least it works. Oh, they're leaving. Can you shoot the ship now?
No. I wanted to like board the ship, too. Oh well.
They're like, peace out.
Oh, he's got the Peacekeeper. I'm out of here. Teammates Flip it is. It's just a fantastic game, and there's no way that I can show you guys everything. Unfortunately, you know, the first night that I had this and I started playing it, it was just such a learning curve. I didn't want to like just jump in and start streaming it because I know a lot of other people had already done that, and they were kind of, you know, feeling their way around. In fact, I saw Shroud. He was streaming it on Twitch, and Shroud had like 50,000 people watching him as soon as he kicked it off. Now he had it 2 weeks in advance, so he already had some time already into it. But if you just got the game and you just kicked off the stream and you didn't even know your way around, probably wouldn't be good. Probably wouldn't be good. So I wanted to at least get my feet underneath me, and they're not really underneath me. There's still so much about the game that I don't know. But I do want to tell anybody that is interested in getting the game, it is everything you think it would be. It is definitely lonely, but it's definitely packed full of adventure. I mean, you can go anywhere and virtually do anything in the game.
So on that note, Naked, would
Okay.
you like to pick a winner?
So has it been 30 minutes?
It has been.
Okay.
So, Zed is going to post our Discord link for us. And when he does that, I will pick our winner. And if you are the winner, please go to our Discord and send me a private message over there so that I can get information from you about how you want to get the game. Actually, what I think probably, if you can't figure out how to send me a private message, Betty Biller, you can you can type in general chat and I'll find you that way. So,
All right. So,
he says we need a drum roll.
okay. So, but before we do,
Yes.
and you know, definitely work with us on getting the key to you. This is not for the Constellation Edition. This is for the regular edition. So you actually you can get the game, but it doesn't release until Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday or Thursday?
It actually may be Tuesday night.
Okay.
So Xbox and on PC, it's the standard edition of the game. And you know, I want to tell everybody I appreciate you all being here today. I mean, I'm not disconnecting. I still want to take questions and show you guys some stuff if you have it. But ultimately, you know, we didn't want to advertise this. We didn't put it in the community or even say it in Discord. Yeah. The majority of you guys who come here and watch us stream every Sunday doing Fallout 76, and occasionally we'll be doing, you know, this game and Fortnite on streams, but you know, primarily we do Fallout 76, and you'll start seeing videos come out of the Naked Vault Dweller YouTube channel on this particular game, and there may, in the next week or so, there may be quite a few. So just, you know, don't unsubscribe because of that, because you'll probably get quite a few notifications on it.
Yeah. Well, heavens, if you do win, we can figure out another way to get it. But Discord is usually the easiest way, and it's pretty easy to do it from like your phone. So, but anyway, and it will be a digital copy. So.
Yeah, it'll just basically be a code.
A code. We'll get you a code. Yeah.
It'll be a code.
All right, Naked, are you ready?
All right. So whoever gets it, right?
Right.
So you can't like put it back in the pool, right?
Well, I mean, we can probably pick again if for some reason. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I know who's here, and I can pick again. So.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes. Yes. You have a 1 in 24 chance to get it, guys.
All right. Here we go. It's actually less than that.
Okay.
I mean, it's a better chance than 1 in 24.
Well, yeah, because you're in there and I'm in there.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here it goes. Drum roll. Raymond, pretend it's a drum roll.
I would do a drum roll, but I would just knock my false teeth out. I'm just kidding. I don't have false teeth.
The winner is
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider has won a copy of Starfield.
Knight Rider.
Either Steam, Xbox, or Microsoft Store. So let us know, Knight Rider, over in Discord, how you would like to get that code.
Awesome, Knight Rider. Yeah, he's already in our Discord.
Yes.
So that's super cool. Super cool. And guys, I wish I'd give a copy to every one of you guys hanging out here today.
Absolutely.
I wish I could.
For sure. I won't let him though.
She won't let me. But, I really do wish I could give everybody a copy of it. It's just an amazing game.
Yes.
Congratulations, Knight Rider, man. Thanks for watching us over on Twitch, coming over to YouTube today, and hanging out with us over here, and playing with us on Fallout 76, and everybody else that's in here that plays Fallout 76 with us.
Indeed.
You guys are just phenomenal. Not just people to hang out with, but to be friends, and I appreciate you a lot. So, does anybody else have anything that they would like for me to do in the game or show you or anything like that? Because I would love to show you. Because what's going to happen is when I end this stream, I'm going to go right back to playing.
Yes, he is. He is not lying about that. For sure.
Going right back to playing. It's what I've been doing for the last, I've got 24 hours in. That gives you an idea. Released on Thursday night, and it's Saturday. You're supposed to think that's funny, Bethy. She's not paying attention to me.
I heard you.
Okay.
Are you boosting? Is that how you're flying up like that?
Yeah, I'm just curious how high I can go.
I'm curious if it'll drop you like it drops me in Fallout 76.
No, you'll float down. I think FP said it was 1/6 the gravity, but I'm going to float down and see if it does any damage.
Been able to get any sweet-looking tactical spacesuits yet? SPC wants to know.
As a matter of fact, yeah. So I don't know if it's sweet looking, but it is a good suit. It's the one that I'm wearing right now. It's legendary, and I actually care for it a lot. This suit that's right here, and again, it's not sweet looking by far. When I get better doing mods and I can customize the stuff a little bit better, but this suit here is mechanized calibrated. What is that? Mechanized calibrated ground crew spacesuit. But it was legendary. And when this thing fell, I saw that it resources weighed 25% less, which was awesome because I was really becoming encumbered carrying stuff around. Merchandised, plus 40 carry capacity.
SPC says, like ones that have a lot of pockets. The more pockets means you're a better operator.
So I'm really excited about some of the weapons that are in the game. Spacesuits are kind of cool too. I haven't really changed around much with the spacesuits. I've got a Constellation spacesuit that I've worn around for quite a while, and then I kind of got bored with it, and then I couldn't modify it, so I kind of gave up on it. But anyway, for the environments that you're in, you definitely need a good spacesuit. Otherwise, you'll end up taking environmental damage or whatever kind of damage it is. And I'm going to the hot now where it seems like if I fall, I'll really die. I mean, I could see. Look, it's a flat Earth. I'm just kidding.
So it says, and more monitors equals better gamer.
Yeah, the more monitors you have, the better you are as a gamer, or as a gamer.
Big Bob says, just keep streaming, marathon stream.
Yeah,
Resources way less. This works for ground crew. It means the suit belonged to a baggage handler.
Okay.
Why are you shooting at that?
I'm just seeing how the bullets fall because they have tracer fire to them. So I'm like aiming directly at it, but they automatically shoot low.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if it's just because of the distance you see them taper off and fall.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Does anybody want to see anything else? Let us know in chat.
Let me go up here. There's a few things I want to show you guys about crafting, and you guys get to a point where you got to go. That's totally cool too. The game is really desolate when it comes to, like, unless I'm saying something, you don't have a lot of interaction from people. I'm wondering why Sarah's not with me. That's kind of unusual. She's normally following me around. I guess she was stuck in the ship somewhere. But picking up items. You don't pick up items to craft with. Like, you can go into a Fallout into a building and start picking up stuff, and then you can scrap those items. And once you scrap those items, you use those components to make other things for your camp or do various other things. It's not the same here. If Diggy Stick is it's kind of cool. Maybe I'll have I can show you the lock picking system here. But like, for instance, this foam cup, it tells you the value of it. And like what it does with the Elder Scrolls, and I think it does it with Fallout. I'm not sure. I think it does with the Elder Scrolls. You can't just pick up any item and work with it. So if I pick up this foam cup, which I was doing a lot of, I was picking up a lot of this junk, walking out of buildings with it. Couldn't really do anything with it at that point, except sell it. So if you want to save you a little bit of time, you want to pick up stuff that is super high value, like, I don't know. There's some desktop stuff that you can pick up. There's nothing in here, but this wire spool's got a value of 35. You can sell that to a vendor, but you're not doing much else with it. Now, unless it says crafting material, see, that doesn't even say crafting with it. There's no crafting things in here at all. Let me go to this other one. Over to this. Maybe there'd be something cool in here. I'd really like to show you guys how the lock picking works, because it is truly something different. and it was hard to get used to at first. I think I got my hand around it now. I can pick expert locks. So anything, yeah, that's got just a value on it. If it has a value, then I don't pick it up normally. And you can also turn your scanner on and it'll show you where it'll highlight things that you can pick up, which makes it easier to kind of spot things on shelves. The majority of all this stuff. What is that? Okay. I was curious what that was. Yeah, there's nothing in here. There's no resources in here. They're all sellable items. Which kind of hurts my feelings, but this right here, this was $12. But see, this fit the value of this globe, or yeah, is a globe sculpture, more like it. It's 240. So this is something I would probably pick up. I think that kind of my base is around 400 or 500, and I'll pick up a lot of stuff because they do take up the amount of stuff that you can carry, and credits is not difficult to come by.
Thinking, what was that release thing on the wall for?
Let's go back in there. And my chat's not set up the same way. Like I said, I'm running at 4K, so it's way off to my right, and I am trying to keep up with it. So the release here, you might have been talking about this first aid. No?
On the wall. Go back in there to the second bed. See that panel on the wall? Nope. Second bed.
This one? It's not a release. Yep. I would think that would probably be a fire extinguisher.
So you can't do anything to it?
Yeah, I would think not. But there are some locations that will interact with your gun. Like if you're trying to open up a door, they'll have things you can kind of destroy to shoot out to open the door up for you. And those are kind of cool. You can interact with those doors like that. I don't know why Bethesda posts bathrooms.
Hey, there's a book.
Yeah. Bad
people, bad jokes.
Yep.
That's funny.
I already own this book, by the way.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Varoon, 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 Varoon. Listen to that engine. They're bad.
Yeah, we're very
it's
bad.
Very bad. Rod says lock picking in Bethesda is like Naked and Bethy. Can't have one without the other.
True. I really do think that you'll like the lock picking in here, though. I found it to be fun and actually challenging. It's not like shoving a bobby pin into a lock and kind of maneuvering it around, and then whenever you think you're at the right spot, turn the lock. This actually requires some thinking through, because there's different levels to the lock. Like the lower end levels, like the novice levels, I don't know the exact term for it. I think it's the novice level of the lock, where you don't need any skill at all to be able to access it. It's got just one ring around it, and then you just kind of match up everything for the ring. Well, then the next level is going to be the advanced level of the locks, and it's got an outer ring and an inner ring, and it's got more components that you can use. So you got to match up those components with each slot of the ring. And now that I'm in the expert level of it, there's 3 rings to it, and there's like 6 components to the lock. So it's definitely more advanced. Now you can force pick the lock like you can in Fallout. I don't know if you can do it in Fallout. Yeah, I think you can. You can do it in Fallout. But you and you can also do it in Elder Scrolls. You can force it, and one of 2 things will happen. You'll either get it, or it'll take your digikey.
Did you see that Warheart asked, is this game like Destiny at all?
I've never played Destiny.
Anybody else in here who's played both that can attest to that?
Dreadnought can attest to that for sure.
I was talking about people in
Oh, he's
chat.
not in here? He said he was going to be here today.
I haven't seen him.
Okay, I'm going to look at these resources. So the resources that the things that you should pick up are the things that says this is a component used in crafting. And it's not just like iron or some chemical. Sometimes it's like a faucet, not a faucet, but like a valve or something like that. Because you use that stuff, instead of having to go in and make it on your own, use that stuff to put together your outposts and to do some of your research and also to do, weapon mods. So you want to pick up stuff. If it says it's in crafting, try to pick it up. It is definitely helpful that you hang on to whatever you can. I just don't hang on to the cooking stuff. Like if it requires me to like cook it, or I don't know, meds and stuff, I just don't do a lot with that. I've not done a lot of research on that.
Rod says lockpicking is like Ratchet and Clank. Oh, you wouldn't get the reference. It's a PlayStation game.
Touche. All right, I'm gonna go over to Neptune.
So were you trying to find a lock to show us?
Yeah, I was actually. I was going to try to see if I can't. Let me travel to Neptune. I don't think you can land on the surface of Neptune. Whenever you got all these meteors, whenever you have all these meteors, there's going to be a space battle. So I'm just going to like disappear really quick before I get attacked. Let's go over to Jupiter. There's Io, right? Yeah, let's go to Io. SBC, I don't know if I've not tried that. I bet that you, as long as you have your ship, it will always be there. You probably could do that. I have a huge problem with storage. I think everybody's going to run into the same problem. Now, there's going to be ways around that, but I think that's one of my pressure points is storage. Let me scan the planet real quick and see what's there. So it looks like iron and helium, right? Okay. And then let's land right there.
Rod says, hey, is this game like Star Trek? Do you fly around Uranus wiping out Klingon?
You can go to Uranus. I do all the time. What are these sounds that you're making?
Same sounds you would hear.
Apparently it's really cold.
Is it cold? What's that step to the left? Oh, never mind.
That's the
No,
place
that's
I
not
need
what I'm
to go
talking about.
to.
It was like brown on the ground. But it's okay.
I want to
Go ahead.
commandeer another spaceship.
Just say you're about to get attacked, so.
That says not good.
Raymond said, man, nothing seems to top bot for unlimited storage. I really thought we might have unlimited storage given that it's offline. Didn't you say you think it's going to be kind of like unlimited storage, but you just got certain places that you can put stuff?
Yes, so that place is inside the lodge that I was showing you guys. Now, I don't know if that's my room. That's the whole thing. It's like, I don't know where my room is inside the lodge. I think that's my room because it says store. When I walk over to the safe, I can store stuff into it. Hang on a second, let me see what this is. I'm not close enough to it.
Is that somebody out of it to the left?
Yeah, but I can't tell what it is. I can't.
Person, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if this.
Oh,
it is.
it's Varun Zealots.
I have a feeling they're probably going to want to attack me.
Chances are good. The force is strong with this one.
He's like, where'd they shoot me from? Hi.
Who's the other guy shooting at? Yes, I can.
I think it was just two of them down here.
Calibrated shock.
It was calibrated. It was a weapon. I didn't see where the other guy went to.
Oh, the brown thing's what I was talking about. If you look straight up, but we'll figure it out.
I'm going to this landing. We're going to take the ship. I'm going to go in.
I think they're taking off. It says to kill the crew.
Come back!
So did you start a quest? Side quest?
Well, this is probably one of those things that you could probably do. I guess, I don't know. This is definitely new to me. This is have a battle inside of a spaceship. Oh, there's a turret in here.
I was just say there's a turret. DMH Flips asking, did you modify the original ship or buy a new one and modify it? Didn't you say you modified
Which one?
the original ship you had?
Yes, I've modified it a little bit. I've modified the storage. I've modified the reactor. I got a better reactor. Just take that. Gak. Okay. Going
You're
up.
wasting ammo.
That's okay. There's
Look
more
at you
where
climbing
came
that
from.
ladder.
So, I have no control over that, by the way. Once I go to the ladder to climb up it, it's sending me on my way.
Is there a turret behind you? No, it's in front of me.
I'm out of ammunition on that thing.
Uh-oh. Not good.
They would have a ship that's like a stinking maze. I gotta go to the bathroom. Excuse me for a second. That they have just a ladder. Oh, okay. Like just a ladder down here. All right, so this is somebody's bedroom, I guess. This is a cockpit. Oh, great. I just threw a grenade in the cockpit. So I guess I can just take over the ship now.
Unless you can't fly it because you're not high enough.
Oh, I'm qualified. You have commandeered a new ship. If you land on the planet or grab jump to another star system, this ship will become your home ship. Any quest objects or passengers in your previous home ship will be transferred to your new home ship. So basically they're saying, I mean, it's kind of a cool... This ship...
Is it better than your other one?
Yes. It's comfortable. My other one, it's like I'm like all over the place. This one's very steady flying.
So are you saying whoever built this one was better than you?
Hey Zed, kick her from the YouTube chat, please.
If only he could.
I'm gonna keep this one.
Humming says Space Pirate MBD.
It is.
I'm the captain now.
This is a cool one, and there's different aspects to this ship because, and I'm not flying it now. This is hands free. I'm just gonna go in circles. You can customize a ship so that you live in it. I mean, they kind of generate it for you. What?
Stop it.
What?
Make it stop.
Oh, is that bothering you? But I mean, they customize it so that has all your stuff in it and things like that. But man, this is a nice ship. This really feels really good. Yeah, I'm not fond of.
Don't waste all your ammo.
You have an unlimited amount. I'm gonna blow this.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna blow this planet up.
Can you do that?
No.
No.
But I am gonna fly into the star over here. That's a joke too. I think some of the things I'm gonna try to test with is going to a planet and flying from that planet to its moon. I want to see if I'm capable of doing that, and how difficult that is. Like I can really like speed this up. And, like I'm going 400.
Speed a lot.
Oh my gosh. I think I peaked out at 400, but I think that kind of the base speed for most ships is around 150.
You land on that planet just by flying into it.
Yes. It's just not a Death Star. It really does. It really does feel good. I'm very surprised at how well this feels, and it doesn't look like a bad ship either.
All these references now, I have no choice but to attempt to build the Bebop SSPC carp.
So, and you can also change the view as well. So if you want to rather,
Oh, that's cool. That feels more like realistic.
yeah, like if you'd rather fly this way, you can do that too. That's your barrel roll, Humming Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Was the Humming Warrior asked for it earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You don't see it so much whenever you're in third person. It's just a little bit more difficult to control. But there's got to be something I'm doing with my ship. Maybe my rockets, my engines are just too powerful for the weight of my ship, and that might be the reason why it's so hairpin with steering and stuff, because it's really hard for me to stay locked onto something for a while.
Yeah. Humming says, so what will happen to your old ship? It goes away?
So it becomes part of my fleet, and I could land. Let's go to.
Okay, so you have a home ship. That's your primary, but then you have other.
That's right. So let me go back out here. I don't know of a lot of starports that you can go to, but ones I do go to, I frequent a lot. So let me go back over to Alpha Centauri, and there's a starport over here. And once I jump over here, once I jump to Jemison, then the ship becomes mine for sure. So look over here, going to the lodge, going to fast travel, and it will tell me whenever I leave this location. You now have a new home ship. Your previous home ship has been added to your fleet. To retrieve your ship and your fleet that you have left behind, go to a ship service technician at any major city, which is where we're going, and ask to be the ships that you own. From there, you can cycle through the ships in your fleet. I don't know how many you can have. I'd be interested to know how much this ship would sell for. So,
And it says, so you can make any ship your home ship at doing it that way. So.
Yep, I'm getting ready to grab jump too. So, DMH Flip, it has been playing this game. There's a few others too. If you're playing on PC, when you're cycling through, I don't have any contraband on here. When you're cycling through all, like your stuff, I can't point at it, but it's in the bottom left-hand corner. You can adjust the power, whatever you have going to, like for instance, your shields or your missiles or your other ballistic weapons or your grab drive. Doing that in the heat of battle, to me, is very off-putting. I'm gonna end up blowing somebody up. And I hate that I can't just go directly to the starport. I got to go over to the lodge, and then I've got to fast travel back over to the landing area for my ship. So little things like that annoy me because they're time consuming. Now, before, whenever I played on my other computer, the load times were pretty phenomenal. Sometimes it could be 20, 30 seconds on playing Fallout 76. Here, now that I have an M.2, the load is pretty quick. Let's go over to the ship sales guy and have him, work on my ship and whatever else I want to have him do. Bargassier's here. How's it going, man? That's not my ship. I actually just commandeered that ship.
Hey, what can I do for you?
So it is your ship.
And he's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship. And you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need.
I mean, technically it is my ship, yes. I like to modify my ships. Bargassier, the other day, whenever it was like, I don't know, it was like no, it wasn't Monday, it was Tuesday. Gassier, help me out, man. It was like Thursday. It's like we both woke up. I'm messaging him at like 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock his time. I'm like, this is what's going on. I downloaded the game and we were talking about our keys from Bethesda and stuff. And we're just like amped. And I'm like I'm gonna play it when I get home. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it. I might stream it. I might not stream it. I'm really glad that I didn't because I'd be doing far worse than I am right now. But Gassier was like, nah, I'm gonna be playing Fallout 76. I'm gonna do this, and this. And he's on a regimen that he is dedicated to doing what his audience likes to see, and that's really cool. But I was like, dude, why are you not playing Starfield? So he had to go into like this whole spew of explaining it out to me. But I mean, I totally get it, man. So, but we were both excited on Thursday. We were counting down the time.
Do you think Starfield will be on Xbox Game Pass eventually?
It is going to be on Game Pass.
But probably not immediately.
Day one, I understand it's going to be on Game Pass.
Really?
So if you've got Xbox and you're on Game Pass, day one, you can have access to this game.
That's cool. Gosh,
I'm sure
he
you can
looks
find
so
something
real.
Yeah, it looks very realistic.
That's crazy.
When your ship is unregistered, you must register the ship before you can modify or upgrade it. How do
That means pay taxes.
Pretty much. So this is my ship right now. It doesn't look like the ship that I have, but this is the one I just picked up, isn't it? Is that the one I just picked up? No, this is not the one I just picked up. So,
No party. Actually, Knight Rider won.
So this is the ship I just got, the one I just commandeered. It sells for $16,911. Isn't that dumb? You would think like a ship like this would sell for like, I don't know, $100,000. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but you only have 100,000 vendor credits.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to buy it, I'm trying to sell it, but I'm just thinking
Right, I know,
my expectation is I have this ship that's in space and it can do all these wonderful things. I'm just going to sell it for 16,000 credits. And where a plant, what they call a succulent, is like 50 credits. The math doesn't math to me. So a succulent should be like 1 or a Bethy. All right, so how do I register? I'm gonna hit enter to register it. Register your ship for 14,000.
Told you it was tax.
That is dumb. That is dumb.
So you can build a ship, not register it, but you don't have to. But you have to register it to be able to use it.
That is dumb. Yeah, but I do like it, so I'm gonna register it. I'm registering it. Confirmed.
No, Raymond, the game is not out until this coming up week.
Yeah, so officially Wednesday, but
The 6th, right?
I was saying Tuesday.
Yeah.
It became available for us on Thursday at 8 p.m.
If you got the early edition,
Eastern,
it was available a week early.
So yeah, now on another ship that flies actually better than my own ship. and has all. It's pretty chopped up. It's kind of like our office at work, which is pretty chopped up. You get turned around. I've been there for quite a while now. I still get turned around from time to time. Anyway,
I swear your office is like a maze, and every turn looks the same. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
If only there was like a big painting of a fish
It's not there.
to help you find your way.
It's definitely not there now.
You're missing my joke, Naked.
Oh. Did Farcaster, did he rate our stream?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Zed was just asking about Cassier, man. Did you rate our stream, dude?
I don't think so. I didn't see anything.
Okay, I was just making sure. If
And
you
there wasn't any new people that came in. So
Okay. I mean, I'm just making sure.
SPC says, you know, if you took the back half off, the front of the ship looks like the Batwing.
It does kind of look like it. Yeah, take off like this portion of it right here.
You're right, Zed. I get lost in the burrows.
Yes, indeed you do. But Zed probably gets lost in the burrows too.
The burrows is ridiculous.
I'm just kidding. Zed doesn't get lost in anything.
Absolutely ridiculous. He wouldn't admit it if he did.
Yeah. When the monsters were going to bed, and the monsters checked underneath the bed to see if Zed was there.
That's funny.
I can't think of any more of them. Try to think of all the Chuck Norris jokes that are out there, and just put Zed in its place. Yeah, so this is a cool ship. I am kind of curious what it is like. Why does it say buy? I don't want to buy. I want to inspect. I want to sell it. I want to sell it for 16. I don't want to sell it. Let me go back in there. I'd like to view or modify one of my ships.
Okay,
I'm gonna go back. I want to see what kind of weapons it has on it. So it's a Class A. The reactor's 18, which is kind of nice. Shipbuilder. And let's see the weapons it's got. So that is, what is it? The missile launcher. It's got the CE-09 missile launcher. So let's go to the CE-09 missile launcher. Whoops. Anyway, I will check.
Looks good here.
I'll check
I'll
out
be at my
all
booth if you need me.
all the mods that are on it. I'm just not super fast on modding out the ships. It's just not as easy as I thought it would be. And they're showing you like in the clips when they were showing off the game about, yeah, look, you can mod your own ships and stuff, and they had been doing it for some time. You know, when you get used to it, it's pretty quick. But I like this ship. It just looks like it's going to be difficult finding your way around. I can't even find the entrance to it. Maybe it's over here. How do I get into my ship? Oh, it's over here. It's at the very back. That's loading in. It's the same way for me, DMH Flip. I dropped the first time I dropped a beacon was actually right around the same place where we live out here in Pensacola. Just because, you know, I mean, I went there thinking that there'd be something cool there. There wasn't. There's not anything cool here now. And I dropped a beacon there so I can go back and revisit it, and I was going to do some stuff with it. I've never done anything with it. But I did go to another planet and build an outpost there, and I did a few things with that. And there's probably a whole lot more. It's probably very lucrative to have outposts that are generating minerals that you can cycle in and either use or sell. And I went to one of the space stations, and at the space station they said, hey, we're needing this, and this. And I'm sure they'll pay top dollar for that. And that's one of the cool things, is that you can kind of diversify your outposts to that are collecting all these rare elements that you can sell to these space stations and make credits that way, kind of passively. But that's about the bulk of what I've done.
So, is there a storyline in Starfield?
There is.
Steve asks. There's like storyline and quests. And I guess like if you have outposts on different planets and stuff, would they be kind of like your vendors?
Kinda, but people aren't coming to them to sell stuff. I mean, to buy stuff.
Gotcha.
So you can't really set up like a vendor or some kind of sell machine that will work in its place while you're not there and make you money that way. It's really not designed to do that. But with hey, what was the original question? I hear these spaceships coming. It's
Is
really
there
loud
a
for me.
storyline in Starfield?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there is, and the storyline is actually pretty big. I've gone through it some. I've probably not gone near enough into the storyline or the primary storyline. And there's always the sub storyline or the sub quests that you can do as well, the side quests. Then there's a ton of them. But with the main storyline, I hear that it's close to I don't know, between 40 to 100 hours of main storyline play just by itself. And I've got 24 hours into it, and I don't think I've even scratched the surface on it. But I've done other stuff too. And this is going to count towards my playtime as well, and 2 or 3 hours of doing this, and looks like I've done some stuff, but I really haven't done anything at all. But the main storyline is kind of cool. So you're picking up these pieces that are alien artifacts, and no one really knows what those alien artifacts are and what it was used for. But you're piecing them all together. I'm speculating, and I'm kind of in line with what my son thinks, that it's going to be some type of time machine that will allow you to go back in time and do stuff, which is kind of their evolving quest line that Bethesda was talking about. There's actual name that they used with it, but that you continue to keep questing with the game, which is going to take up the replay value of the game phenomenally. But I don't know that for sure. And then you're going to have expansions that they're going to add to the game. In fact, they're probably working on expansions right now because the base stuff is already in place. So I look forward to seeing an expansion after I beat the primary quest line, which I don't think I'll be able to do. Not anytime soon. Not the way that I play. I'm one of those guys that look at everything in a room methodically and go through all the stuff, which is I'm kind of boring to watch most of the time, but I'm even more so boring to watch when I'm adventuring around, because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. But that's how you end up with the cool stuff. You get a lot of cool stuff by being methodical whenever you're searching out buildings and things like that. Just that's it. He knows. Just make sure I'm keeping up with chat. I'm not missing anything, am I?
No, everything's good.
Okay.
Can you fold the map?
Fold it?
Yeah.
So when you say fold,
Rod asked me if I was good at reading a map, because most ladies aren't. I said, very good at reading a map. I'm reading a lap.
yes, she is. She's very good at reading a lap.
So it says, how about folding a map? Yes, I can fold the map too.
Yeah, she can read all the laps in the room.
Oh my gosh.
Stop. Read your lap?
Stop it.
I'm sorry, I was trying to say map.
Yeah.
So, but that's not really a question, right?
No, yeah, it's not really a question.
Okay, yeah, nobody really wants to see anything. All right, so I just want to kind of look through here real quick and see what all's here. I mean, all my people are here somewhere. I don't have a clue. This new atlas. How did I get around before? Am I just passing up the door? Oh, it's this way. With this ladder. Who would make a ship like this? Like you can't just go directly to the cockpit. You gotta like walk all the way around the ship. So since I kind of own the ship now. Hey, look, there's Sarah. Back. Oh look, we'll just leave this dead body laying on the floor. Don't worry about that. I'll get that later. Whoops. Okay, screw climbing the ladder. I can just fly up it.
How are you, Dusty?
Okay. This is a big ship, though. And it's definitely easier to pilot than my own ship. Maybe more dead. Oh, this is where I came up. There was another area here that I passed up. Am I just missing it?
You don't have to like, you don't have to have a crew.
Well, they are my crew, kinda.
You killed them all.
Well, I killed all their crew, but my crew's on there now.
That's what I'm saying. So you have a crew.
Yes, I do.
Hallucinogen.
Yes.
Yes, Steve, you get to make your own character.
Yeah, and
Pick 3 special traits and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, and I go through the whole process of that, but from the point of whenever you start the game to the point where you can actually pick what you look like, and I got this ship landing, it's roaring in my ear. From the point of whenever you actually start the game to the where you can pick what you look like and some of your traits, there's a little bit of a gap there, so it's a little slow right there at the beginning. But there is, and you can kind of tell what you want your character to look like. I tried to go for what my character looked like in Fallout 76 and kind of what my logo looks like. I didn't make it, by the way. I kind of got bored doing that. That aspect of it is kind of slow for me. So I just kind of pushed past it. That's the reason why I ended up with the character that I have with Fallout right now. It's like that was the first character that appeared, and that's who I am today, and that's even my logo. So I can't really change it. I just kind of try to stick next to it. Now, Master Flasher, how's it going, man? Saw you pop into Discord the other day, dude. I was streaming to Discord. I guess my audio wasn't coming across. I don't know. But I was recording at the time and could not really have a conversation with anybody just because I was recording everything that I was doing up until that point. It's going to be impossible to try to record everything, but I was recording up to that point so I can make some content. But I don't want you to think I was like, hi-hatting you. Because Betsy does all the hi-hatting around here. Thanks for your super chat donation, brother. I appreciate that. I will not be at work all week next week, just so you know, so you're not calling me crying that I'm not going to lunch with. Because Master Flasher, he cries a lot. This kid doesn't really cry a lot. Not a whole lot. Well, Rod, I know you popped in there too. My voice audio wasn't on, and your audio was turned off. So I wanted to be able to show everybody in Discord who wanted just to pop in and look at it. But if I got in there and just kind of started talking, it would take me away. And I apologize for being rude. I was kind of pressed on some time trying to get that knocked out of the stuff that I was wanting to cover. So I wanted everybody to be able to participate if they wanted to watch the game. And as you might have seen during that time, it was kind of slow. It was a lot slow. It's still kind of slow now, but I'm making some headway with it. So at the beginning of the stream, I said that Bethesda gave me the stream key for this game. I am appreciative of Bethesda doing that. They did that via key mailer. Thanks again, Bethesda, for doing that. I'm going to say that at the end of the stream, so make sure that all my I's are crossed and all my T's are dotted.
All my eyes are crossed.
Thanks, Bethesda. You've put out a fantastic product, and I am thoroughly pleased with it. I hope that everybody who's watched today enjoyed what they've seen and what got to see, and perhaps even feel what I've experienced.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's really cool. I wish that it were a community-driven game. But it is not, so I will not be playing it.
It will. It is a community.
Do you think that they will have one where people get to play together?
Yes, but it won't be to this scale. It will be the same but different in a lot of ways. There'll be a lot of planets, I believe. I do believe that they'll have they'll make it so that everybody will be able to participate with everybody else.
I would love that.
I think there will be a
that will
Starfield
happen,
online one day.
if there's a Starfield online, I will play it. That would be really, really cool.
I don't believe that they're probably working on it. I can't see them not doing that. They've done a Fallout 70, or they did Fallout with Fallout 76 online. They did ESO online. I can't imagine.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, I can't imagine them not going in that direction.
Yeah.
So they're gonna, if they want to capitalize on the most lacking thing about this game, other than being out in space by yourself all the time without the real interaction of other people being able to journey with you, is to make it so that people can do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I look forward to it.
Yeah, I do too. Guys, thanks so much for being here tonight.
Yes, congratulations to Night Rider.
Yes.
Thanks to everybody for participating in the drawing that you did, and we appreciate you guys being here and supporting the channel and making everything that we did great. We appreciate you. It's all you guys.
Yep, I am incredibly grateful. And you just stole all my thunder. Okay?
You're welcome.
Thank everybody. So thanks to mods, thanks Zed, thanks everybody for being here today and watching. And if you see a video that comes out and it's Starfield, please watch it, because I doubt anybody else is going to. I guess. I don't know. We're working.
They
on
will.
It. All right.
They will.
All right. I love you guys. Come to Discord, hang out. I'll see y'all.
Yes, indeed. Have a great week. And if you're a US, good luck.